Open the same file which we have opened yesterday. So I open the same file. Let me open the same file. I think I'll open the same file here. Yes, this one, business transaction. I hope a few people, it should have been updated. For me, I think it's updated. Yesterday, whole day, I'm working with this older version. That is November 2025. It should have updated to January because day before only the new version was launched. I think you should have got, but still, if you are not able to get it, I think someone has told you can contact your IT team and get the latest version also. So, latest version is January 2026. I hope it is updated. So let us have a short recap of what we learned yesterday. Then we can move on to today's short recap, not very depth because as I told, we have to cover so many concepts today. We will have a short recap of what we learned. So I think we have seen how to import the data. So as usual, the 5 process: getting, transforming, loading, and reporting and publishing. So we have seen how to get the data. Home tab, there is the easiest method. On the welcome screen itself, you can get the data, or you can go to the home tab, get data, or you can go to the canvas area, get data. There are several methods available. After getting the data, we have gone to transform and removed the unwanted rows and columns. We have transformed the data and loaded data. But before creating a report, I think we did one new thing. So before creating a report, so we have to check the data model, whether all the 9-10 files are connected. So tell me, how can I check my data model in my Power BI? How do we check the data model? I'll close back the Power Query. How can I check my data model? So go to the model view. Under model view, all the 9 table has to be connected. If it is not connected, we can connect it. There are 3 methods of connecting, 3 or 4 multiple methods are there. One is why it is not connected basically is because the column heading may be different. Yesterday we have seen this. Employee ID, it was emp ID in this. That's why it's not connected. One you can do is you can change your column headings on your source table also. You can go to the source table, you can go to the Power Query and you can change the column heading. It will connect automatically. Still it's not connecting. You can go to the home tab. You can go to the manage relationship. Under manage relationship, you have an option called as auto detect. You can auto detect and you can connect it. Or else, I don't want to change the column name. I want the column name to be as it is, but I want to connect it. So there are 2 or 3 methods. First method is you can drag and drop. Drag this and drop it here at the emp ID. So drag and drop. Now it will not create because we have already created it. It will throw an error because there is a connection already available. You can see already there is a relationship and it will open this dialog box and you can select both the columns and say save. It will get connected. This is method number 1. Method number 2 is you can go to the home tab, manage relationship. Under manage relationship, you can click on new relationship. New relationship, which 2 tables has to be connected and which 2 columns has to be connected. Select it and save, it will create a connection. The second method. Third method, we can click on a plus symbol here on the layout view. Click on the plus symbol and you can add the tables. Whatever the table you want to connect, I can drag and drop and I can add the table and I can create a connection also. This is the third method of creating the relationship. Then you can delete the layout also, no problem. You can delete the layout. Yes. Then we have came to this report view. First, we have seen how to insert your company logo. I think to insert your company logo, we have a new feature in the latest version. There is an image. There is an option called as image. You can go to insert image or even you can use this image available on your visuals also. You can insert an image and you can browse and you can select the image also. But by default, you will not get your company font. To get your company font, first we have to save a template. Go to the view tab. Under view tab, you can click on the themes. Under themes, what we can do is first we have to go to customize themes and you can customize a particular font, any font. Yesterday we did it, some Arial, we did a font and apply it. After that, we have to save that. How do we save this? Is you can go to the save current theme and you can save the template. After the template is saved, you have to edit the template. Just by right clicking on the template, you can go to edit in notepad. You can go to edit in notepad. Wherever there is a Arial available, we can replace it with your company font. But how can I embed this font to my Power BI report is, from now, whatever the report you use, you can embed this template here. How can I bring it here? Click on the arrow mark and you can go to browse for themes. Under browse for themes, you can select the themes and you can say open. The themes will be added here. So this is how we have added the themes. This card, unfortunately, in the latest version, you didn't have this card. the default card may not be visible or may not be available here. Can you tell me how can I get the default visuals? How can I get the default card here? Click on the three dot, then go for restore default visuals, and I say okay. Now the card will be visible here. Okay. Then we have seen how to write a formula. For example, I want to find out the total revenue. You can find out the total revenue. You can go to the Power Query. You can multiply the quantity into invoice cost, and you can create a total revenue. But the problem is it will create a separate column, which may increase your data model, which may increase your file size. I don't want my file size to be increased because my data may be accumulating in near future, and I'm going to use this total revenue more frequently in my files. So no need to redo it every time. So instead we can create a measure. I think yesterday we have seen two measure. One is there is a function available, there is a measure available called as sum, and one more measure available called as sumx. So sum will calculate, first sum it and then multiply it, but sumx will first multiply, then it will use the sum later. So I think we have used the sumx function. How do we create a measure? Today, I think today afternoon we are going to spend more time on the DAX and measures. Before that we have to complete all the important visuals, then we'll see about the DAX and measures. Okay, so let us go to the home tab. Under home tab you can see there is a new measure, and you can give a name and you can place the cursor wherever you want. Suppose I place the cursor here and I can create a measure. I think yesterday we have created this measure, total revenue, sumx, open bracket, the column table name, comma, what is the expression? Quantity into invoice cost. And I can press enter and I can insert this total revenue into the card. After that you can change your formats. Go to the display units, you can change it, and go to the general data format where we can change your currency format and other things. But unfortunately sometimes my measure may be residing in some other location. Now I don't want this measure to reside in this location. I want to change the measure to some other location. Maybe my source table, invoice trans itself, I want to change the location of the measure. Today we will see we can have a separate table or separate area where we can store all our measures. Measures can be stored without disturbing your source data. All the measures can be stored in a separate area. So today we will see how to do that. How to create a new table. How to create a new table in Power BI also. Normally we are importing the data. We never used a table in a Power BI. So today we'll see how to create a table in Power BI also. So tell me, how can I move this measure from one table to another table? Select the measure, then go to the measure tools. Under measure tools, home table, in which table you want to reside. So for example, it's in customer info. I want to move it to invoice trans. Yes, you can move measure from one table to another table here. Yes. Right. Yes, I have moved it here. Right. Then we have insert. We can drag and drop also. No. Drag and drop will not work here. You can see it shows error. No, over the center. No, customer. The way to move it. You cannot drag and drop. Drag and drop. Maybe if you want to drag and drop in a visual, you can do it. Not within this table. Because sometimes drag and drop, it may collapse your formulas also. So drag and drop will not be allowed here. Okay. What happened? Then we have created one more measure. What we did is, we want to multiply one column from one table and another column from another table. So we used this target revenue. So sumx, open bracket, the column name in one table, and I want to multiply with another column name. So we have used one more DAX called as related, and you can select some other column from some other table also. And then you have created a DAX, that is to find out the profit margin, total revenue minus target revenue. We have created a DAX. Then we have inserted a slicer. So normal slicer, you can go to the build visual and you can insert a normal slicer. But normal slicer, it will be like a checkbox or it will be like a tile. Suppose you want to insert a picture, then we can use this slicer. For example, this slicer where we can insert some images also. And similarly, card. Instead of the card, we had one more card. That's a new card with the Thunderbolt where we can insert some pictures. So there are various methods of inserting the picture. You can download the picture and upload it here, or even you can give a URL also, or even you can give a link from the data. On the original data, you can paste the link. Based on the link also, it will create a picture here. And then we have seen how to create a gauge. So total revenue we have dragged and dropped to the value area. Target revenue we have dragged and dropped to the target area. And it will create a gauge based on my selection. Based on my selection here, the gauge colors are changing, and whether we achieve the target or we are not achieved the target is changing here. How to do a conditional formatting for this? Card, if you want to do a conditional formatting, FX, call out. On this FX, you can do a conditional formatting. Greater than, less than 0 can be red, greater than 0 can be green. Same thing we did it for gauge also. And very importantly, alignment of your visual is very vital here. Suppose I have 3 visuals. I want to give a gap between all the visual and I want the visual to be aligned properly. Then we have gone to format. Under format, we have an option called as align. Align left, align top, align middle, align bottom, and distribute horizontally or vertically means even gap between the visuals. So this is what we have seen in the first one. Second sheet, what we have did is we have seen how to find out. This is very simple. We have seen a small donut chart, region wise, what is the sum of total revenue. And finally, we have created this map. Before creating the map, you have to enable one option. Which option has to be enabled? You have to go to file. Under file, you have to go to options and settings. Options. Under options, you have to go to security. Under security, you have an option called as map and field map. That option has to be enabled. By default, it would have been unchecked. So you can see here, security, where this one, map and field map has to be enabled. And I say, okay, then we have to drag the state name into the location area, and we have dragged the total revenue into the tooltip area. Whenever you place the cursor, based on the state name, it will show you what is the revenue. And we wanted to go a conditional formatting. We have gone to format, color. We are given highest value maybe in a green, middle value yellow, lowest value in a red. But this is the old map. Yesterday what we did is the older one, that is the map, field map and the bubble map. Suppose you want both in one map, then you can upgrade the map or you can use the Azure map also. Azure map has both the things. So you can go to format where you can see field map and that bubble map or a marker layer. Latest version is a marker layer, old version is a bubble layer. So you can switch on the bubble layer also where you will get that circle also. And then we have seen how to create a customer wise what is the sum of revenue. And I want the same color to be applied here. Whatever the conditional formatting I did it, I want the same conditional formatting here also. So what we will do? Format painter and copy and paste it. But I want only the top 10. So I want only the top 10 customers to be filtered here. So go to the filter. Expand the customer name where we can see there will be an option instead of basic we have to select it as top and we have selected it as 10 and based on what we want to top 10 I want based on the total revenue. So drag the total revenue and bring it to the by value area, apply the total revenue, top 10 customer will be displayed. But the problem is when I select the south region or when I select the north region, it will get filtered here. My map will get filtered, but unfortunately my bar chart will not get filtered. So what we have to do? We have to go for formatting, edit interaction. Under edit interaction, you can see this button is available where we can switch on the filter. If you switch on the filter, then switch off the edit interaction, then based on your selection, we select the north region, it shows the top 10 for north region. If you select the south, it shows the top 10 for south. Then we have seen how to interact between one page to another page. How to bring a page, how to interact between one page. So when I go here and I make a right click and I go to the drill down, I think in the latest version, one feature has been updated. Maybe in January 2026, you can check that. Older version, you have to make a right click and you have to go to the drill through and you have to go here. Latest version, I think when you place the cursor, straight away, wait for a few seconds, drill through will straight away appear here. You can see the drill through is straight away appearing here. No need for right clicking also. January 2026, November 2025, you may not get it. January 2026, a few small updation has been done. So there is no need for right clicking and go to drill through. Straight away the drill through will appear here. No need to right click. But how do we create the drill through basically? First we have created a table. Invoice number, very simple, insert a table and we have to drag and drop whatever the columns you want. But by default the invoice date will not look like this. Invoice date will look like a month, year, day. And I have to go here and I have to change it as hierarchy. Instead of date hierarchy, you have to make it as invoice date. And we can create our own date format, going to format cells, format, general, data format, and I'll go to the invoice date, and I can give my own date, DD, MM, YYY, whatever the format you want. Then other things we have tracked: quantity, invoice cost, total revenue. By default, it will show you sum of quantity, sum of invoice cost. I don't want to summarize it. There is an option called as do not summarize. And we did some conditional formatting also. Total revenue, and we can go to conditional formatting. I think we have did some icon sets. So between some value 0 to 10,000 I have given a color, 10,000, 50,000 a different color, more than 50,000 we have given a different color. And how do we sort the table? Just go to the top and make a click. It will be sorted in descending order. Same click, it will be sorted in a ascending order. And we have created a matrix also. Matrix. So product name wise, invoice date wise, what is the total profit margin? And you can create multiple level of matrix also. So first I want the category. Below I have a category, I want the name also. You can say multiple, like a pivot table in Excel. We can have multiple category wise matrix also. But how can I link between one table to another, one page to another page? When I make a right click or when I go to the drill through, it should come to this page. So how do we do this? So what we can do is place the cursor on some empty area, and we have to drag the customer name and we have to drop it to the drill through area here. When you drag and drop it to the drill through area, automatically the drill through will happen. When you go and place the cursor or right click, straight away you can see drill through. It comes to the drill through page here. And I want to display the customer name on the top. We have inserted a card and we have dragged and dropped the customer name into the card. But I don't want to drill through. I want my table to be displayed here. When I place the cursor, I want the table to be displayed like this. When I place the cursor, the entire chart has to be displayed here. So we have created a chart yesterday. We have created this chart. State name wise, yearly, what is the sum of total revenue? We have created a stacked bar chart. Same thing we did. Region, we have dragged and dropped to the tooltip area. But when you place the cursor, I want the chart to be displayed here itself. So what we have to do, go to this table, go to this page, and go to the format your report page, and go to the page information, and we have to switch on the allow use of tooltip. That has to be switched on. Very good. And the last final one, what we did is we have created a chart. City wise, what is the sum of total revenue? But by default, highest revenue will be on the top, lowest revenue will be on the bottom. I want to sort it. So there is a 3 dot lines available, and go to the sort axis, city wise, ascending, descending. First to select the city, then ascending, descending. And I want to give a color. Maybe I want to put a target line for this. Go to format, analyze your visual, and you can add your y-axis constant line. We can add the target line. And where you want to add the target line, what is the color for it, what is the value to be displayed. But unfortunately, we cannot give a conditional formatting for the line chart. So what we did is, we did different things. First, we have converted into a column chart. After converting into a column chart, then we did a conditional formatting. Format, columns, and we did the conditional formatting here. After doing the conditional formatting, then we changed into a line chart. Okay, and the last and final one, we have created a line chart based on the date wise. And I will click on the double arrow 2 times. First time it will show year wise, quarter wise, then I want month wise. Month wise, I want to forecast how is my profit margin for the next 2 or 3 months. So go to analysis and switch on the forecast. And how many points? Points means it will forecast it by year, month, quarter, every wise. And how many month you want to forecast, whether you want to ignore the last month or not. Seasonality is holidays, and how confident you are with this forecasting. So 95% or 99%, and apply, and you will get this forecast. So forecast, what is the upper bound and what is the lower bound of forecasting. Okay. I believe we have stopped here. This is the last chapter we did yesterday. So the whole 8 or 9 hours, I think we have just recapped within 15-20 minutes. Just a short recap of what we learned yesterday. Today we are going to see many things. First we are going to start with the parameters. How to pass the parameter. Based on the parameter, how to see a report. Maybe another one called as forecasting, what if analysis. Then we are going to see about groupings. How to group a numbers, how to group a text. And then we are going to see something about this selection pane bookmarks, how to create a selection pane, how to create a bookmarks. And how to see other visuals. We have seen very few visuals. We have to see other visuals also today. And we have to see about RLS, row level security. So I'm sharing this file to multiple people. Based on their email ID, automatically it should show a particular report. I'm sending this report to some region. Maybe I'm sending this report to a person who is in Bangalore. You can see only the report of Bangalore. You cannot see the other report. Automatically, no need to create multiple reports. One report, you can share it to others with the RLS format. That is row level security. And then we have to see some DAX, some measures and some DAX also today. And we will see how to create an app. Based on multiple report, how to make a dashboard. Based on multiple report, how to create a dashboard. Dashboard with another dashboard also. And dashboard with another create app. So various options are still pending. So we have to cover so many options today. And one more thing is indexing. Bringing all the page into one page. You cannot display 20 pages like this. We have to make an index of your page also. That also has to be covered. So these are all the chapters which we are going to cover today. So before going to today's session, one thing I forgot. While publishing, what you have to do it is, you have to hide both this report. Whatever the report you have used as a drill through, whatever the report you have used as a tooltip, you have to make a right click and you have to hide that report. So hide that page, then publish it. So you should not show this two reports, which is drill through and which is a tooltip. You should not show this report to others, this page to others. They have to either drill through or they have to use the tooltip. Then only they can see the page and then publish it. Okay? Yes. Before moving on to today's session, any questions, doubts, queries of what we learnt as of now? Drill through with tooltip. Tooltip is whenever you place the cursor, whatever appearing, that is called as tooltip. But when you place the cursor on get data, it is coming as convert the data. Where you want to place it? Because here I place, it will show you north region, south region. Here it will place north region. Which you want to place it? Tooltip cannot be fixed. You have to place it because it may vary from option to option. Fix panna mudiyadhu. That cannot be fixed. If you fix which has to be fixed, whether the north region has to be fixed or south region has to be fixed or east region has to be fixed. That's the problem. Fix for me. Not only here, everywhere. Suppose I said this is called as tooltip. When you place the cursor, it is showing this button is saving. Fix for me. When you place the cursor, only it will show you the tooltip. Tooltip is when you place the cursor, it will be shown. You cannot fix that. That cannot be fixed. They will not do it also. Near future, tooltip or meaning is when you place the cursor, it should show the tip. That is called as tooltip. Drill through, you don't want drill through. He said that if I place it, it should be permanently visible like this.
If we click on some customer, we get it in the next page. Right?
Correct.
We get a next set of tables and matrix, right?
Based on this customer.
So inside that table, can you bring a drill through again?
Suppose I click here. From here, suppose this category. If I click on category, it should show the category report in some other page. That drill through you can do. That can be done. For that, you have to use the drill through in some other page and create a drill through. That can be done. Okay. Any other question, doubts, queries? Shall we move to the next one? Very good. Similar to yesterday, I need your cooperation to cover as much as possible. Today we have one more constraint is we cannot end our session by 4:30 or something. We have to complete it maximum by 4 or 4:15 maximum. Because after the session is over, you have to take up the post-test and feedback. That will take 15-20 minutes. So our target is to maximum, we will fix it as 4. After that, you should have some doubts, questions and queries that can be for 10 or 15 minutes. Then you have to take the post-test also. Right? So that's our constraint today. So whichever, with all your cooperation, we'll try to cover as much as possible. And I recommend to give meaningful name for each and every page. Try to have some meaningful name for each and every page. As I told, there is a reason behind, we'll see that. Okay, I'll give a name. What we have used this is, here we have used this analysis. How to analyze my data. I think we have used some analysis, fixing the target and forecasting. So we did some analysis in this table. And I recommend always every page try to have some empty space on the top, because we are going to see something like synchronization of slicer. That is another topic available. Synchronization of slicer. That also we'll see it today. Okay. So I have added a new page and I have given a name for this page, which I didn't do yesterday. That's why I am giving a name. So let me add a page here. I'm adding a new page. What are we going to do here is parameter. Now we are giving a permission to my user. They can decide and they can create whatever the report they want. For example, here we are manually creating some reports. So these are all the reports we are creating manually. But my end user, they want to create a report. For example, let me take some 2 or 3 options. For example, one user wants to know region-wise report. One user wants to know state-wise report. Another is city-wise report. Another one wants to know the customer-wise report. Another one wants to know the year-wise report. So like this, someone wants to know the payment method-wise report. Cash payment, credit card payment. Someone wants to know the product-wise report. So every time they cannot create multiple reports. 10 reports cannot be created. So whatever the report they want, they can select and they can create a report. But another challenge is, suppose they want to see a region-wise report. So I can make a region-wise report here. Fine. But one person doesn't want to know, all the region-wise. He wants to see only a particular 2 or 3 regions. He is a head of North and South. He wants to see only the details of North and South. He don't want to see the other regions. So like this, we are going to give an input to my user. Based on whatever they want, they can select and they can create a report. In olden days, I'm not saying olden days means very long back, maybe 1 year or 1.5 years before this thing, we have to get help from IT team. They have to do a programming, they have to do the coding and they have to create it. But here, we can do it by ourselves, just by 3 steps, Okay, right. So let us do this. And I recommend to do this in a separate page. Because if you do it in the existing page, your existing page may get disturbed. So better to do it in a separate page. Okay. So let me do that in a separate page here. So I'm collapsing all the table. There is a reason behind it. So I'm collapsing all the table here. So I have seen only the table name. Let us go to the tab called as modeling. Go to the tab called as modeling. Under modeling, there are a group available parameter. Go to the modeling tab. Below the modeling tab, parameter. Under parameter, new parameter, there are 2 types of parameters available. 2 parameters may be available here. Click on the new parameter, 2 parameter, numerical range, field. So both the things we will see. This page we will see about fields. Next page we will see about numerical range. Okay. So go to the modeling. Under modeling, new parameter. Under new parameter, click on fields. Now we are going to see about fields. Another few minutes we'll see about numerical range also. So click on fields. I click on fields. It opens a new dialog box and it's asking what will your variable adjust, whether you want the fields or you want the numbers. Suppose I forgot to select the field here. We have one more chance here. We can select a field here also. Or we can make it as a number. So let us make it as a field. And what is the name you want to give it for that field? What is the name? So your wish. For example, let me give some meaningful name. Switch fields. I am going to switch the fields. Based on the fields, your chart will get updated automatically. Switch fields. So I am giving some name called as switch fields. Okay. Please remember, you can give your own name. It's a variable. You can give your own name, but please remember that name. Please remember. Anyway, it will be displayed, but please remember it. And what are all the fields you want to create it here. What are all the fields you can create? For example, as I told, someone wants to create a region-wise report. So let me go to the region details, select the region name, just to make a tick mark on the region name. The region name is added here. And someone wants to know a product-wise report. So let me select the product name. And someone wants to get the payment method-wise, for the payment method-wise report. So payment method. And someone wants to get the year-wise report. But unfortunately, there is no years available. Could you tell me how can I get the years here? Invoice date, years. Expand the invoice date. Then expand the invoice date. They expand the date hierarchy and select the year. So region, product name, payment method, year. Like this, whatever you want, your wish. Just I am giving some examples. And someone wants to create a state-wise report. Someone wants to know the city-wise report. And the employee master, someone wants to create an employee-wise report, employee name-wise, salesperson name-wise. And someone wants to know the customer-wise report. So I have given all the report, all types of reports. So whatever the report they want, they can create it. If someone wants region-wise, they can see region-wise report. Someone wants product-wise, payment method-wise, year-wise, state-wise, city-wise, employee name-wise, customer-wise. I am giving almost all the permission here. So whatever the report they want, they can create it. Sub-level report also. For example, product name. It will show 10 products. Yes. Expand the, go to the invoice table. Expand the invoice number. Expand the date hierarchy. There is a year. Just check that here. No. Invoice date, expand the invoice date, date hierarchy, you should get here. Invoice date. Is your invoice date is in a date format because you are using it from yesterday. It should be a date format. Huh? Oh, then it should appear. Last 3 years, 700, 800. Okay. So now, what will happen after this? Two things will happen here. One is, it will create a table. What is the name you have given? The name is switch field. So switch field, based on the switch field, I think alphabetically, C, I, J, K, L, M, P, Q, R, S. Yes, it will create it at the last. Because after R, I don't have any table name. So this table name I have given yes, switch field. So that will be created at the last. You will get two things. One is a table will be created here. Second one, you can see a slicer will be created here. Because this option is selected. Add a slicer to this page. The slicer will be automatically created here. Right? Two things will happen after doing it. And I am giving a small warning. Unfortunately, this parameter you cannot edit. You cannot edit. You can create a parameter. Later, if you don't want the parameter, you can delete it. Unfortunately, you cannot edit the parameter as of now. To edit the parameter, you have to learn more of DAX. So as of now, you cannot edit the parameter. So please be careful. So you have to confirm me. Is that okay? Can I click on create? Yes. So I will indicate two things will happen. One is a table will be created in this name and a slicer will be created. Both will be done. Let us see that. Let me click on create. Yes. I click on create. It's working on it. You can notice on the hand side there is a table created here. Yes, there is a table in the name of switch field. This is the name which I have given. This is a name which I have given as a parameter. So the table name is displayed here. Second, there is a slicer created. Maybe I'll click somewhere else outside. Somewhere else outside here. And there is a slicer. Yes. And I bring the slicer somewhere else here. To have a better view, I'm bringing the slicer here. So these are all the fields you have selected. These are all the fields which you have selected on your parameters. Region name, product name, payment mode, year, state name, city, employee name, customer name. These are all the tables. These are all the columns which you have selected there. Okay. First step. Second step, we are going to create a chart now. So, but the chart is not a simple chart. Based on the selection, the chart should change automatically. Dynamically, the chart should get changed. So, let us place the cursor on some empty area. Place the cursor on some empty area. You decide what is the chart you want. Line chart, bar chart, column chart, pie chart, any chart. I will go with the column chart. Fourth one. I will go with the fourth one here. Clustered column chart. You can select anything. I am selecting the fourth one, clustered column chart. Here the challenge is in this chart. In x-axis, what you are going to drag? That's a very, very big question mark here. If you want region-wise report, you can drag the region to the x-axis. If you want state-wise report, you can drag the state to x-axis. But unfortunately, I don't know what my user will select. My user may select region. My user may select product. My user may select the payment method. They can select anything as per their wish. So based on their selection, my chart should change automatically. So what we do is, as I indicated, there is a table created here. There is a table created here in the name of switch field. That's a name which we have given. Expand the table name. Expand the table name. There is a column called a switch field with a question mark. With a question mark, because we don't know what is a table, what is a column they will select. It will change automatically. So this switch field, this field which we have created, drag it and drop it to x-axis. Drag and drop it to x-axis. That switch field which we have created, drag and drop it to the x-axis. And y-axis, what you want? That's your wish. Total revenue, target revenue, profit margin, count of invoice number, anything. So let us bring the total revenue here. So I will bring the total revenue into y-axis. So we got region-wise chart, because first there is a region. That's why the region-wise chart is available. Now I don't want region-wise. Someone wants to see the same chart for product name-wise. So they can select the product name. So you will get a product name-wise chart. And they want payment method-wise. They can select payment method. Year-wise. So state-wise, city-wise, employee name-wise, customer-wise. Whatever the wish they want, they can select it. Still, it's not over. We have one more sub-level chart. One more sub-level chart. So based on the selection, you can see the chart is changing automatically. Very simple. We did only two steps. First, we have created a parameter. Then we have created a chart based on that parameter. That's it. Very, very, very simple. We'll do one more. We'll do one more here. Okay? Done? Perfect.
This, I think the reader also, and the user also have to learn this Power BI, right?
Not right.
Because the,
No, just to be selection, you know this has to be selected. Not learn Power BI, use Power BI. Try to use how to use Power BI, they have to learn. That's all. Not learning Power BI. They will not create this, right? They have to know how to use it. That's all. Okay. Anyway, you can give some text instead of switch field. You can give some text. Select the region or select this to see the report wise. You can give some text. One. Sir, any idea? Or Varmatara. You will not come or parent. Engagement.
Date is not mentioned, it will come to us. Because the date will be transferred of date, so it's not really that.
So different link for day 1, different link for day 2.
Both are same link only, sir. We will be taking it, the system will take it as
Based on the date.
22nd and 23rd.
Okay. Second level. This is over fine. Second level. What is that second level is? When I select region, it is showing region wise report perfect. But one person doesn't want to see all the region wise. They want to see only a 2 or 3 region. They want to see only the north, south and southeast region. Only that region. Now you can see when I place the cursor on the region, a chart is appearing. Why? We have dragged, yesterday we have drilled down that region. When I place the cursor on region in top 10 customer, when I place the cursor on the region, that region is appearing here. That's why here also we have created a region. When I place the cursor, the region wise report is appearing. Suppose I don't want this. I don't want this to appear. It is disturbing me. There it's appearing because we have created it. Here I don't want this to appear. When I place the cursor on region, I don't want this to appear. So select this chart. Go to format. This is your wish, your optional. If you want to appear, you can have it. If you don't want to appear, go to the chart, format, general. There is a tooltip off. Switch off the tooltip. Just to switch off the tooltip. Now when you place the cursor, it will not show that. You can switch off the tooltip here. If I switch off the tooltip, nothing is shown. But the problem is, I don't want the report to show. But sometimes when I place the cursor, it should show me east region, what is my total. North region, what is my total. That I want it means, no, you cannot switch off it. Tooltip switch on. And there is an option, report page. I don't want report page. I want default tooltip. When you place the cursor, it will show you what is the name of this region and what is the amount. That I want. I don't want that report page here. So then make it as default. So when you place the cursor, the default tooltip will be displayed. Not that page. Not that page. So if you don't want anything, switch off the tooltip. I don't want the report to be shown. I want the values. When you place the cursor, the values has to be shown. So go to the switch on the tooltip and make it as default. Not the report page. I don't want the report page. Now let us go to the second level. As I told, these are all very simple. Most of the simplest thing we will never remember. That's a problem. Okay. So please use it. Practice it. Now, let us do the second level. As I indicated, someone wants to see only the north, south and northeast. They don't want to see the west, east in this chart. You cannot use a slicer for this. Slicer cannot be used for this. For example, if I say a product name, someone doesn't want to see all the products. They want to see only the particular products. Some 5 or 6 products. Same like here. State, they want to see only the particular states. So, just watch here. As I told, it's very simple, easy. But as I told, you have to practice this. Otherwise, you will not remember this. It's very simple, easy. What you do is copy the slicer. Take one more copy of the slicer. You have to take one more copy of the slicer. Control-C, Control-V. Copy and paste. Copy the slicer and take one more copy of this. Control-C, Control-V. Or go to the Home tab, copy and paste it. Whichever is easier. Now Normally we'll use copy paste more frequently, right? Control C, Control V, copy and paste. So I have copied and pasted and took a copy of the same slicer. One more copy of the same slicer. Same slicer, I have copied and pasted it. After copying and pasting, select the second slicer. First slicer is simple, fine, as it is. Select the second slicer. Go to the first button here, below the format visual. Add data to your visual. Copy and paste the slicer. After copying and pasting the slicer, select the second slicer. Select the second slicer and go to this build visual. Below build visual, there is an option add data to your visual. Under that, you can see field. Below the field, this field name, this is what we have dragged and dropped and we have created this. Or the slicer is automatically created. So go to the switch field arrow mark here. There is an arrow mark on the switch field. Click on the arrow mark of the switch field. I cannot undo this, please watch here. So first I selected this and I gone to this visualization. First we have took a copy and paste, one more copy of this, then selected this, gone to this add data to the visual. Under this fields, we have clicked on the arrow mark of this and there is an option called as show values of selected field. Show values of selected field. What it means is, if I select region, it should show me what are all the values available under that region. If I select the product name, it should show me what are all the product available under that product name. It should show here on the second slicer. That's the meaning for this. Okay, so let me do this. Click on the arrow mark. Show values of selected field. Yes, but nothing is happening. Reason is we didn't select anything here. So let me select the region. So when I select region, so it shows only that region name. What are all the regions available? Central, east, north, south. Suppose someone wants to see only the central and north and south region. They can go here, select it, hold the control key, select north and select south. So they can see only the three regions. Similarly, someone wants to see the state-wise report. They can select the state. All the state names are displayed here and hold the control key and select whatever the state you want it. So based on their wish, they can select whatever they want. As I indicated, in olden days, we have to literally write a coding and we have to do some programming for this. But now we can do it in Power BI itself. Could you tell me how I am selecting this multiple state here is, first I select one state, hold the control key and selecting another state, which I don't want. I don't like to press the control key. I want to select it straight away. So select this slice, second slicer. Select the second slicer, format, go to format, slicer settings, go to slicer, format, slicer settings, selection, expand the selection, and there is an option available, multi-select with control key. By default, multi-select with control key is switched on. I don't want it. I don't want to hold the control key. I want just to select it. Switch off. Switch off that. That's all. No need to press control key now, just to make a tick mark. So I can just to make a tick mark here. No need to hold the control keys. So I don't want to hold the control key. I want to just to make a tick mark. You can do this. Go to format, slicer settings, under slicer settings, selection, and switch off this. Multi-select with control key. Okay. Nowadays, most of the people prefers to display the slicer like a tile format. For example, this slicer, I need some space for this slicer. I need this slicer to be in a tile format. Select the first slicer, format, visual, slicer settings. Instead of vertical list, drop down like a combo box. Like a combo box, you can select it like a combo box like this, combo, which will occupy less space on your screen. Suppose you have more items, you can go for a combo box. If you have 200, 300 items, then it's better to go for a combo box. Or we can put it as a tile. So tile looks like this. We can increase or decrease height, and with the best on that, it will adjust automatically. I decrease the height and increasing the width. Yes, it looks like a tile now. This slicer, I place it like this. So based on my region selection, it's showing here. Done. Any challenges, sir? Got it. One parameter we did, another parameter. Next is a number parameter. Okay.
Can we keep any default minimum one to be selected?
If you don't select anything, it will take only the region name as the first one. Second slicer will not appear. First slicer, but if you don't select anything, first it will take which is the first one.
Oh, by
Region.
default.
Let me switch off
That
that.
is the case, then it shows something abnormal data.
It will not show, by default it will take only the first.
Different data.
Select like this also, it will take only the first part. You can switch off that. Select this and go for format and single select. At a time I can select only a single one. I cannot select a multiple. So just to select only the single option. Don't, as he has told, I don't want to select multiple option like this. Holding the control key, I don't want to select multiple option. Select this, format, selection, switch on the single select. At a time you can select only a single items. You cannot select multiple items here. Okay. What we did here is we have created a parameter. Based on a parameter, we have created a chart. Based on the user input, whatever the user want, they can create their own charts here. Based on their selection, they can create their own charts. It can be a bar chart, it can be a line chart, column chart, or you can have two charts also. One bar chart, one line chart, one column chart. You can have multiple charts in one visual. So all the chart will get changed here. Even I can try. For example, I had this column chart. I want to create one more here. So based on this selection, I want that chart also should get updated. So let me put a line chart or anything. I'll put a line chart. For example, I'll put a line chart here. Sorry. Place the cursor on some empty area. And I selected the line chart. And what I do is this switch field, drag it to x-axis. And once again, the total revenue, drag it to y-axis. So based on the selection here, region, product name, payment method, year, state name, city name, employee name, customer name, both the chart will get changed. So you can have multiple charts also. It's not required you have to do only one chart. Same like here. I selected the region, but I want to check only 2 or 3 regions. I can select only 2 or 3 or 4 regions here. So both the chart will get updated. 2, 3, 4, any number of charts. Okay. So let us give some name for this page. Here, based on a parameter, we have created something. For my understanding, I have given a name called as parameters. New page. let us go to the new page. In modeling, what we have did is we have did a new parameter. We have did only the field. There is one more called as numerical range. Forecasting, what if analysis. For example, assume we are going to give some discount or we are going to do some rate. The rate may be varying. For example, I have some column called as discount. So I will give 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5% till 10%. If I give 1%, what will be my total revenue? If I give a discount of 2%, what will be my revenue? 3%, what will be my revenue? 4%, what will be my revenue? Based on the selection, the revenue should change automatically. Based on various input, your numerical output should change automatically. That's what we are going to do now. Okay. What we did is based on the fields. Based on the fields, your chart is getting changed. Now, based on the numerical value, your output is going to change. Based on various inputs, your output is going to change. Modeling. Are there any challenges, sir? Modeling. Under modeling, new parameter, fields. Modeling, new parameter, field. So we are going to use a field here. Sorry, numerical. Or you can select it here. Sorry, I used a field. Once again, I used the field. So you can come here and you can select a numerical range, or straight away you can do it here. New parameter, numerical range. Numerical range. Or unknowingly you selected there, you can come here and you can change it as numerical range also here. Numerical range. What is the name of that range? So let us say it's going to be a discount value. So let me give some name as a discount. Okay. So I'm giving a name as discount. Data type. What is the data type? Whether it's going to be a whole number or it's going to be a decimal number or it's going to be a fixed decimal number. Let us make it as a whole number. You can give your own thing. What is minimum and what is maximum? Minimum it says 0% of discount. Maximum it says 20%. 20. So let me start with 1. And ending maybe let us go till approximately 25. Just for example. How do you want to increment it? Whether you want to increment it by 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Suppose tax means 9, 18. You want a multiple tax based on the percentages. So you can increment as per your wish. I am incrementing it by 1. If user is selecting nothing, user didn't select anything, what is the default value you want? It can be empty or you can use some value. For example, user is not selecting anything. Let us take it as 1. My discount will be 1%. If the user is not selecting anything, the discount will be 1. Or you can put a 0 also. Okay. Now tell me, if I click on create, what will happen? 2 things will happen. Could you tell me what is the 2 things will happen here? Similar to the parameter also. Parameter also, when I created the parameter there, 2 things has happened. Same 2 things will happen here. One is it will create a slicer. Second one, it will create a table, not switch field. For that I have given switch field. Here the column name is discount. So it will create a table called as discount, not switch field. What is the name you have given? There I have given switch field. That's why the table name is switch field. Here I have given a discount. So the table name will be discount. Let me try that. Click on create. I'm saying repeatedly, you cannot edit this. You can only recreate it. You can delete and recreate. You cannot edit it. So please be careful. So click on create. Yes, I have created it. Now you would have noticed 2 things would have happened. One is a slicer is created. On the right hand side, you would have noticed, if I close this, you can see there is a table created in the name of discount. There is a table created in the name of discount because that's the name I have given, and there is a slicer created here. Okay, this slicer looks like a scroll bar. When I use the scroll, you can see the percentage is increasing here. 0 to 25%, not percentage, numbers. I don't like this scroll bar. Can I put it as a drop down? Can I put it as a tile? That's your wish. Select this slicer, format, slicer settings, single value or a vertical list or a tile or a drop down. For example, I will go with the tile. Last thing what we did in the previous page, like a tile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 till 25. Next one, if I select 1%, it should show me what is my total revenue if it is 1%. If it is 2%, it will show you what is my revenue if it is 2%. So based on this discount, I want to calculate what could be my revenue. So that's what we are going to do next. Okay. Let us create a measure now, because after discount, what is my total revenue? You know the total revenue is already available. I think in table name, invoice trans, there is a total revenue. This is overall total revenue. But I want to calculate my total revenue after the discount. 1% means 1% minus 1% of my total revenue. 2% means minus 2% of my total revenue. So we are going to create a measure. Second time today, maybe yesterday we did, I think yesterday we did 3 measures. Now we are going to create the 4th measure. Insert or home tab. Go to home tab, new measure. Home tab. Now for example, mathematically, assume my total revenue is 100. Just I'm saying total revenue is 100. And assume my discount is 10%. Okay. Maybe let us say 10% or let us put 0.10. 10% means you have to divide it by 100. It's okay. So what we can do, normally you can write a formula equal to the total revenue minus 10 total revenue into 10%. But that's not 10%. It's just 10. So you have to divide it by 100. This is one way you will do it. Correct? This is one way you can do this. Another method of doing it is equal to this one, multiply. We can bring it outside and put a open bracket. 1 minus 10 divided by 100. Mathematically, this is also correct, right? Simplify your formula. If you are good a little bit in mathematics, you can do this. So same result will appear. So what are, either you can use this A1 minus, so A1 into B1 divided by 100, or I can bring this A1 outside. If you bring A1 outside, then the 1 will be replaced. 1 into A1 will be the same value, right? That's what we are doing it here, mathematically. It doesn't have any connection with the Power BI or anything. Mathematically, I am going to do. Same thing, I'm going to apply this formula. So A1 is my total revenue. 1 minus B1 is my discount divided by 100. This is what we are going to write it in my tax. A1 is total revenue. 1, that is 1 minus B1 is my discount. Instead of B1, we are going to use a discount. So let us do this. Go to Power BI. What is the name of this measure? So let us give some name. Maybe revenue, total revenue after discount. Whatever you want. Total revenue after discount. So after discount, what could be my total revenue? Equal to, already we have created the total revenue by writing a SumX function. So it's already available. So let us type the total revenue straight away. Total revenue into open bracket 1 minus discount value. Discount value, this is a table where we have the discount value. If we type DIS, this is a table which we have created, right? What is the name you have given? You have to remember this name. So that is where the discount value is residing. So you have to type that name here, discount, DIS. You can see the discount value is available here, DIS, discount value. What is the name you have given? Discount value. It will give it as discount value. If you given some other name, it will be some other name value. That's all. divided by 100. Why I am dividing by 100? Because I want it in a percentage. Same thing what we did in the Excel. Same thing I am applying it here. Close bracket. Total revenue into 1 minus discount divided by 100. Or you can write total revenue minus total revenue into discount value divided by 100 also. If you want to do the apply that formula, that also fine. So we have written the formula, open the bracket, close the bracket. Enter. I don't know where this measure is. Once again, I have created the measure under the customer info. Okay, we'll move that. Enter to accept it. That let us create one chart and check how it's working. You can create a chart, you can create a table, or you can create anything. Or we'll create both also. Let us create a chart first. I will create a chart. Maybe column chart. I'm selecting the clustered column chart now. I selected the clustered column chart. Let me take the region name, state name, city name, product name, customer name, anything. I'll take the region name because region name I am taking is we have lesser value in region. That's why I'm using this. You can use anything. Region, I'll put it into x-axis. Total revenue, the old total revenue. Total revenue, I'm putting into y. So region wise, this is my total revenue. The old total revenue, region wise sum of total revenue. Now we have written one DAX, total revenue after discount. That also I am bringing it below this y-axis, below the y-axis. Already I want to compare revenue before discount, revenue after discount. So I'm bringing the revenue on the same y-axis. Yes. Now this is my revenue before the discount. This is my revenue after the discount. So let me select and check. I click on 2%. If I click 2, this will be a revenue. If I click 3, if I click 4, if I click 5. So based on my selection, you can see that is changing here. 9, 10, 11, 12. Or we can put this as a table also. How can I put this as a table? I don't like it to see it in a chart. Can I see the values itself here? No need for recreating it again. No need to recreate it. Copy the chart. Control C, Control V. Copy and paste it. And change this chart into a table. Matrix or a table. Let me put it as a table itself. I'll put it as a table. Yes. Now it shows like a table. So based on my selection, you can see this is my revenue. This is my revenue after discount. So based on the value, it is changing here. Either you can put it in a chart or you can put it in a table or any visuals. So based on the selection, it is changing. Format, data label to display the values also here on the top. Display units. I make it as none to show the display units. Your creativity. I don't like this display units to be displayed on the top. Maybe I want this display units to be, this value to be displayed inside the chart or outside the chart. Switch on the data label. Expand the data label horizontally, vertically. Positioning inside end, outside end. Anywhere else. So based on my selection, you can see it's changing. So forecasting, what if Given a discount of 1%, what will be revenue? 2%, what? 5%. For tax calculation, discount calculation, forecasting, sales, incentives. Okay, let us give some name for this page. As I told, all are not very complicated. You can see it's all are very, very, very simple. So let us give some meaningful name. This is page 1. I will give a name as what if forecasting. We are finding what if here. Done. Next we will start with grouping. Grouping of texts, grouping of numbers. What is aging analysis. First let us start with the text grouping, then we will start with the numerical grouping. Let me add a new page. So we are going to add a new page because already my page is full. I am going to add a new page. Let us go to this payment methods. I have some table called as payment methods. What are all the payment methods available? I think last session only I used some parameters. Under the parameter, let me select the payment method and check. So what are all the payment methods available? I think I have some 3 or 4, 5 payments method. Card, cash, e-wallet, transfer. So I have some 4 or 5 payments methods. Now what are we going to do is, for example, card, maybe e-wallet, maybe the transfer. All these 3 things, I want to group it. I want to know all the 3 things, online, or this is a net payment, online payments. These are all online payments. So I want to bring this online payments in a separate area, only the cash. Only cash payment, what is it? So I want to compare only 2 things. So I want to group this card, e-wallet and transfer. I want to group it, and I want to group this cash separately. So text grouping. So I'm going to do this in a new page, or you can do it if you have the space, you can do it in the existing page also. So go to this data on the right hand side, go to the data, and I think that I will find out the payment method. Go to the table called as payment record, and there is a payment method. 2 things you can do. One is there is a 3 dot. You can go to the 3 dot on this, or you can make a right click on this. Either you can make a 3 dot or you can make a right click. Both are same. Both are same. You can either use 3 dot or you can make a right click on it. There is an option available called as new group. New group. So right click on that and go for new group. Right click, or you can click on 3 dot also. On payment method, go to the payment method, right click or go to 3 dot and create a new group. What is the group name? You can give some name. Maybe I will give a name called as online versus cash. Some name. And it's very easy. What are all the things you want to group it? Select the card. Hold the control key. Select e-wallet. Hold the control key. Select transfer. We are selecting the card, we are selecting the e-wallet, and we are selecting the transfer. Because these three things I want to group it. Select all three, and there is a button available called as, on the bottom you can see there is a button called as group. Click on group. All these three things has been grouped into one. Let us give some name for this. Double click. You can give a name. I think these are all online payments. So we have our other things you want to include it in a separate group called as other group. You can select, there is an option called as others. It will make it as others. But I don't want it as others. So manually I will group it. I don't want pending. I want only cash. Select the cash and have a separate group for it. It's a cash. That's all. So select the first three. Like this you can group anything. You can group the product names, category names, customer names. Okay. Now I click on OK and I check how it's working. So I said OK. If you're not grouped properly, no issues. You can see there is an icon appearing here, a small icon like this. If this icon appearing, that means it's a grouping icon. If you don't want, if you didn't group it properly, you want to regroup it or you want to ungroup it. So go to the same, right click or click on the three dot, and there is an option called as edit groups. You can go to the edit groups. Unknowingly you have added something or you missed something, you can ungroup it, you can remove this and ungroup it, or you can regroup it again also. If you are not grouped it properly. Okay. I think I have grouped properly. Now let us create a chart and check. Place the cursor on some empty area. Let me create a bar chart, line chart, or a column chart. As long, I think very long time I'm using only the column chart. Let us go for a pie. Pie, I think we didn't use it from yesterday. Let us click on pie and drag this online versus cash, the grouping which we have created. Online versus cash, the grouping which we have created, I drag it and drop it to the legend area. I want to know online payment, how many invoices we have got, and cash payment, how many invoices, pending, how many. Pending, I don't want it actually. I want only the payment details. I don't want the pending. I want to remove the pending from this page. We'll see how to do that. First, we'll create a report and check. So this online versus cash, I dragged and dropped it to the legend area. Invoice number, I will put it into the value area. Yes. It shows online versus online is 4879 and cash is 1609. There is a small line pending, but the pending has to be removed. We will remove that pending. There's a small line appearing for the pending, but that has to be removed. We'll remove that. Online payments are more, 78%. Cash is 24%. Next is very important. After doing this, number grouping. Page filter, then we'll see about number grouping. Now, in this page, we are going to see only the payment receipts in this page. I think I am going to present this to finance team or someone else. They want to see only the payment received one. They don't want to see the not payment, the pending payments. Should not be received anywhere else in this page. In this page, they don't want this. If you don't want it here, you can filter it. But I don't want this in the entire page. Entire page, the pending payment should not appear in the entire page. So what we will do? Expand the filter. Yes, expand the filter. Yesterday we have seen filter on this page visual. Yesterday we have seen the filter on this visual. Now let us go to the filter on this page. This page. Filter on this page. So what we will do is drag that payment method. We are dragging that payment method and drop to this filter on this page. Drag the payment method and drop it to the filter on this page. Select all and uncheck that payment. Select all and select the wanted payment also. That's your wish. Select the wanted payment. I am unchecking that pending payments. So I don't want the pending payment should appear on this entire page. Not pending. Only the payment received. Payment not received, I don't want it in the entire page. So page filter. Yesterday we have seen visual filtering. Now we have seen about page filtering. Let us see whether this filtering is working fine for us. I will create one more chart and check. Let us go for this stacked column chart. Stacked column chart. I click on stacked column chart. Let me take once again the region name. I'll put the region name into, where is that? Region name into x-axis. Total revenue into y-axis. But this is my north region, south region. In this, I want to know what is the number of cash payments or what is the number of net transfer here. So, drag that group which we have created. Just now we have created this group, online versus cash, this group. Drag this group which we have created to the legend area. Drag that group, online versus cash. Drag the group and drop it to the legend area. Yes. Now it shows me what is the cash payment for each regions and what is the online payments for region wise. Format, switch on the data label, switch on the total label also, because I want to see what is my total value, what is my each payment methods wise, what is my value also. We did it many times. Data label, total label. Next we'll see about number grouping. Done. Once again, I will give a name for this page. In this page, we are exploring the groupings. Okay. Now, yesterday we have seen something about Power Query. Now we'll see one thing in Power Query which we would have not covered in the basics of Power BI also. Now, and when I go to the table called as invoice, I have some columns: customer ID, employee number, invoice date, invoice number, required date, ship dates. So we have some invoice numbers and we have some ship dates. Let me see the table first. I'll see the table, how this table looks like. I'll go to the table view. Let us go to the table view. In this table view, let me select this invoice table. I select the invoice table. Yes. So we have invoice number, customer ID, employee ID, invoice date, and required date, ship date. For example, the invoice was made on a particular date, and my customer wants this invoice to be on 11th January, but we have made the shipment on 10th itself. So this is the invoice date, and we made a shipment on 10th. So we have around 4 or 5 days of gap. So I want to create a column to know how many days, within how many days we have shipped it. And then we are going to group it, aging. With 5 to 10 days, how many invoices has been done? 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 22 to 25. Aging analysis. So we are going to create a aging analysis now. Grouping by number and creating a aging analysis. First, let us find out the difference between this ship date and invoice date. Row wise, I want to calculate. You cannot write a DAX or a measure for it. Overall grand total, I want to find out the sum or average or something, then we can go for the DAX. But each and every row, the value will be different. For this invoice date to ship date, I will get a different days. Here I will get a different days. The date will keep on changing. So you cannot write a DAX for this. You have to go to Power Query only. To do this, we have to go back to Power Query. So, how can I go back to Power Query? Right click on that invoice table. Right click on the invoice table. Right click on the invoice table. Edit query. Right click on the invoice table and go to Edit query. Click on Edit query. I don't know whether you are aware of it. Basic Power BI training, we would have explored this. How to subtract two dates, how to subtract two columns, add, multiply, divide. Same process we are going to do now. I want to know the number of days to ship. Within how many days we have shipped it. So select the highest date first. That is, ship date will be the highest. I would have made the invoice yesterday and I will ship it today. So the today date will be the highest one. So select the ship date first. Select the ship date first. Hold the control key and select the invoice date. Select the ship date first, then control key, select the invoice date. Don't do it in the reverse. If you do it in the reverse, it will get in the answer in a negative. So select the ship date and select the invoice date. Next, add column. Go to add column. We are going to add a column, extra column here, which should find out the difference between the ship date and invoice date. Add column. You know what is this two column? Whether this two column is a text or a number or a date. These two columns are date. So we have to go to date. Then subtract. That's all. Which one is earliest, which one is later? Suppose out of these two dates, suppose which one is early date? That also you can find it. Now I want to subtract it. Subtract days. That's it. Why? Both the columns, select both the columns. If not, there is one more option. Select both the date. If that is not activated, if there is some challenge, no issues. If you are not able to find this, for example, ship date and invoice date, and I go to the date, subtract date, that's one method. If you are not able to see it, if they are facing any problem, no issues. Go to the add column, custom column. Go to that add column, custom column. Click on the custom column. And which two things has to be subtracted? Ship date. There is a ship date on the right hand side. Double click on the ship date minus double click on the invoice date. There is another method to do that. If that is not working, you can try this method. That should work. If it is not working, another method. Add column, custom column, double click on ship date minus invoice date. And I will give a name for this column. The name is shipped date. Shipped? Age. Yes. I have to convert this into a number. So let us make it as a whole number. If it is not in a number, make it as a number. It should be in number. If it is not in a number, make it as a number. Based on this, we'll see how to make a aging analysis. The table. இங்கே பண்ணுறது பெட்டர் ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். ஏன்னா இங்கே எப்போனாலும் நீங்கள் அட்வான்டேஜஸ், சப்போஸ் ஐ வாண்ட் சேஞ்ச் சம்திங், ஐ வாண்ட் எடிட் சம்திங், ஐ கேன் கம் ஹியர் அண்ட் மாடிஃபை இட், எடிட் இட், ஸ்டெப்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கும். நியூ ஆடட் டேட்டாஸ்க்கு ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக அப்ளை ஆகிடும். பட் பவர் பிஎல் அப்படி அப்டேட் ஆகாது. புது ஆடட் டேட்டாவுக்கு அப்டேட் ஆகாது. When you write a formula, try to do it in Power Query itself. That's a better way. Excel கூட எழுதலாம். But problem is Excel update ஆகாது. Data model பெருசா இருக்கும். அது இங்கே இருக்கு. There are several methods. This is the easiest method. Okay. So if it is the shipped age is not in a number format, either go to transform data, detect data type, do detect data type, or go to the corner here and change it to the whole number here. I didn't have a decimal number. You will not have a decimal number. You will have only the whole number. So make it as a whole number. Now home tab, close and apply. Go to home tab and click on close and apply. We'll come to Power BI now. Home tab, close and apply. Power BI, you will get a column called as that shipped age. There will be a column called as shipped age available in the invoice table. We'll see based on this two methods to create a aging analysis. There are two methods. We'll see both the methods. Our chapter is the parameter, passing the parameter. If it is taking more time to load, there is something called as parameter to load your data model very fastly. There is another chapter of parameters. Okay. Now go to the invoice table. There is a column called as shipped age. This column I want to group it. Automatic grouping, manual grouping. There are two groupings available. We'll see both the grouping now. First, auto grouping. Go to the three dotted or right click on this. Go to the three dot or right click, group. Shipped age bins. This is automatically created by Power BI. What it will do is it will create a bin. Minimum 0 days, maximum 17 days. Within 0 to 17 days, we are making a shipping. Size of the bin. There is something called a size of the bin or list. We'll see the list later. Bin. Now, if I increase the bin size, for example, I'm increasing the bin size like this. 4 bin size. So it automatically creates the bin size. I want 4 bins means we have 0 to 18. So it will split it. 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to, so it will create 4 bins. 4 ranges. It automatically creates 4 ranges. Any problems, Rahul?
No, it's coming.
Or else one more method is number of bins. Even you can say number of bins. How many bins you want? But I don't recommend the number of bins and size of the bins also. But let us try how it is working. Then we'll see the another grouping also. Now, as of now, I will go with size bin. I want only 4 bins. 4 bins. I want 4 bins. Okay. So go to 3 dot, new group. We have created a new group. Maybe if you are not able to understand, try to give a name, meaningful name for this shipped age bins, because there is already shipped age. There will be one more thing called a shipped age bins. You should not get confused. So you want to give some name for it, you can give a name, but name is mandatory. You have to give some name, meaningful name. But let us create it and try. I am maintaining the same name and I say okay. Let us create a chart and check whether it's working fine or not. So I created a bin. There is a bin available here. Shipped age bins. There is a grouping created. Let me create a chart and check whether it's working. Let us go for the same column chart. The shipped age bin, the group which we have created. Drag that group and drop it to x-axis. Drag the group and drop it to x-axis. Invoice number into y-axis. I want to count how many invoices. Between 0 to 4 days, 4 to 8 days, how many invoices has been made. So invoice number to y-axis. So it shows a bin like this. But I feel I'm not satisfied, but still we'll see. When I place the cursor, it says within 0 days, 1305 invoices has been made. But when I place the cursor here, it says 4. That means after 1 to 4, between 1 to 4, there are 2, 3 invoices made. You have to understand manually. When I place the cursor here, from 5 to 8, there are 2 invoices has been made. And when I place the cursor here, from 9 to 12, 720 invoices has been made. And when I place the cursor here, this is, I feel it's okay, but it's creating is okay, but I feel I'm not satisfied with this. Because every time you have to place the cursor and you have to check whether it's a 0 and 0 to 4, 5 to 10, 5 to 8, like this manually you have to check. Instead, let us create one more aging. This is creating way is easier. Right click and you got to group and select bin. It has automatically created. But I'm not satisfied with this report. So, let us go for the second one. Go to the same shipped bin. Same shipped bin. Right click on it again. Go to grouping again. Right click and go to the grouping again. Instead of bins, don't make it as bin. New group. I'm not editing that. Let it be there. I'm creating a new group. I don't want to edit the group. New group. Yes. Right click on that shipped edge. The old one, that sigma which we have created. Not the bins. Don't go to the bins. Bins means you can edit it. But it's not editing. I am going to create a new grouping here. Go to that shipped edge. That column name shipped edge. Don't go to that grouping which we have created. That's why I told you don't get confused here. Try to give some meaningful name. So where your sigma is available, you have to go there. Don't go to this column where we have the grouping column. Grouping, don't do that. It's already created a group. Go to the shipped edge. Right click. New group. And we'll give some name. Maybe let us give a name, aging analysis, so that I can understand this. Aging analysis for ship days. Okay. And don't select bin. Don't select bin. Instead of the bin, make it as list. Instead of the bin, make it as list. I think this will take some time to create, but I believe this will be useful. This will be useful. So I selected list. Now you have to select the list. For example, from 0, you decide how you want the range. One range can have 3 value, one range can have 10 value, one range can have 20 values also. That's your wish. For example, I'll say 0 to 4. Holding the shift key or control key. I selected 0 to 4. You can select 0 to 3, 0 to 1, your wish. I selected 0 to 4. Group. Double click on this grouping. 0 and ampersand, 1 ampersand, 2 ampersand, 3. I don't like it. Double click on this and I'll say, type it here. 0 to 4 days. Next, let us say one more. 5 to 8. I'm selecting 5 to 8. Group. Here, when I give 5 to 8, double click. While naming, I recommend you to prefix with the 0. Why I am recommending you to prefix with the 0 is when you sort it, it will be in a proper order. Because 5, suppose I am saying 10 to 15. When I sort it 10 to 15, 1 will come first. So that's the reason I am giving 0 prefix. 0 as a prefix. 0 to 8 days. This is second grouping. 08 is not required. If you want, you can give it. That's your wish. But for the first thing, it's better to give a 0 prefix so that when you sort it, it will be in a proper order. 05 to 08 days. 05 is better. 08 is your wish. Okay. Second grouping. Sorry, I said okay. I should not said okay. I will edit the group. Sorry. I didn't group the other part. So we have grouped a 0 to 4 days as separate grouping, 5 to 8 days as separate grouping. Now let me select the next one. 9 to 12. 9 to 12. I'm selecting 9 to 12. It will take some time to create, but I think this is the best solution. 9 to 12 group. Double click. 09 to 12 days. We have created the third grouping. Final group I will create. 13, 17. I select 13 to 17 group. And I'll give some name. Double click. It is greater than 13. Greater than 13 days. I have given some other name. Greater than, or you can say 13 to 17. Suppose there is 18, 19, 20 also. I am grouping it as a separate one. More than 13, I am grouping it as a separate one. Your wish. Better I will put greater than. Greater than. Greater than 13 days. So 0 to 4 days we have grouped it. 5 to 8 days we have grouped it. 9 to 12 days we have grouped it. Greater than 13 days we have grouped it. Let me check how this report is working now. Okay. Let me create a chart and check. Or you can create a table, you can create a chart, or we can create both. Select this chart, clustered chart. Select this aging analysis. Drag the aging analysis to x-axis. Number of invoice to y-axis. Yes, now I got a better report. 0 to 5, sorry, 5 to 8 days first, because that is my highest. We will sort it. 0 to 5 days, what is the count of invoice number? 9 to 12, 0 to 4, greater than 4, greater than 30. But I want to order this. Actually, I want 0 to 4 to come on the first. So go to 3 dot, sort axis, not by invoice number, sort it by the shipping day wise. That's the reason I have given the 0 as a prefix. Yes. So, ascending order. Sort it, aging analysis in ascending order. Yes. 0 to 4 days, 5 to 8 days, 9 to 12 days, greater than 13 days. This looks much better compared to the earlier one. Earlier one is okay, but I am not satisfied with this. That's the reason manually we have created a grouping like this. Yes. So now we got a better one. 0 to 4 days, 1882 invoices, 2331 invoices for 0 to 8 days. Stock statements, aging analysis, finance, everywhere you can use this aging. Control C, Control V, copy and paste. And I convert this as a table also. I don't like chart, I want a table. Format, table. So I can put the same thing in a table format. Copy and paste, I converted into table. Or you can create a new table also. Compared to yesterday, I think we have covered more chapters today. The first half itself. Furthermore. Yeah. Done. Clear. Time out. Go for a break. Yes. Save the file. And once again, I'm pausing the video recording. Last one we have seen about grouping. How to create a group. One is creating a text grouping. Yes. Yes, sir. We'll move on. Next one is we have seen how to make a number grouping. Before creating the number grouping, we have found the difference between the date. Now, for example, one more feature we'll see it in Power Query. Then we'll come back to Power BI again. One more feature we'll see it in Power Query. For example, here finding the difference between two dates. That is, difference between the invoice date and difference between the ship date. We did it very easily. We have subtracted the ship date with the invoice date. For example, let me take one more table. Let us take the employee table. When I go to the employee master table, I have a column called as birth date, designation, employee name, employee ID, hire date. For example, let us take this birth date. Based on this birth date, I want to know what is the age of this employee. As per today, what is the age of this employee? So how can I create a formula for this?
Date plus time and
Oh. Same process. We'll see. Go to transform data. Or right click edit query or go to the transform data. Here you would have noticed. When you go to the date add column, we have option available, time, duration also. Between date, duration, difference between the timing, difference in the duration method, that's available. Time irundichna rendu time ko difference kan. Unfortunately, we don't have a timing here. And we're not able to do it. If you have a time, you can find the difference, add the time along with it. Birth date. Let me select the birth date. And based on the birth date, I want to know what is the age of this employee as per today's date. If you want to find out the difference between two dates, last session we did it. Select the two dates and go to subtract or go to add column and custom column and we did it. But now I want the birth date. Based on the birth date, I want to know what is his age as per today. Select the birth date. Go to add column again. Go to the date. You can see straight away there is an option available called as age. Straight away there is an option available called as age. What this age will do is it will subtract the date as on today, as on current date. So let us click on age. Yes. On the right hand side, it has created a column called as age, but unfortunately, this column is giving something like 18,647. Could you tell me what is this 18,647 represent? Total days. From this birthday till today, there are 18,647 days, which I don't want. I want to know that year. What is the number of years? From this date to this date, what is the number of years? So what we do? Right click on that column. After finding the age, right click on the column. After right clicking on the column, you can see there is one more option available, transform. Right click on the column and go to transform. Under transform, days, hours, minutes, seconds, total years, total days, total hours, total minutes, total seconds. Let us go for total years. So when you click on total years, it shows the years here. 15.1, 47 point something, 36 and 62, 44. But we have to round it off, we'll round that. Okay, after finding the age, you have to right click on it. What we did is we have to right click and go to transform. Under transform, you have to select an option called total years. Okay. Total years. But in basics of Power BI itself, we have explored it. Yesterday also, you have explained this, the difference between transforming and adding. Add will create a separate column. Transform will happen in the same column. Now I want to round this. For example, his age is 51. His age is 47. Could you tell me how the rounding should happen? For him, it should be 51. For this person? 47 only. It should not be 48. After all the years, for other things, numbers you can do it. Number is okay. For age, it should be 47 only. Age is 47. It should not be 48. Until the date is completed only, you will get 48. Round down. Very good. Select this age column. Go to the transform. Don't go to the add column. Don't go to the add column. Go to the transform column. Add column means it will create an extra column here. Don't change the data type to number also. Instead of decimal, if you can see there is an option called as whole number. Don't do that. It will not round it properly and you will not get the output properly. So don't do that. You have to round it manually. Select this. Go to transform. Under transform, there is an option called as rounding. Round down. For aging, you should round down. Don't round up or round. It has to be rounded downwards. Until the 12 month is completed, his age is still 47. He would have not gone to 48. For the age, you have to round down always. Round down. So let us click on rounding and I go for round down. Yes. 51, 47, 36, 62, 44, 36, 39, 42. We got the age. Can you find the experience? Yes? Try. Try to find the experience now. Yeah, do it. Tell me the age of the first person. Experience, sorry.
We can round up
This week.
for this criteria. We can round up.
Round up or round down? I don't know. That's also I'm asking. Any HR team here? You have to ask them. The 12, if he is 12 years and 6 months old, he is saying as 12 of experience or 30 years of experience. 12.6. You treat him as a 12 years experience. First one is he is saying 7.7. Right on. No. Experience you have to ask him or HR team to do. Anyone HR here? Oh, they will get it. Age at least I can. Until 12 months is completed, we will not treat him as a 6.6 is 6 of it. We will not treat him as 7 years experience. I did not believe it. I don't round it. Okay. Select the higher date. Then add column. Date. Same age. Even though the text says age, it's going to be experience only. So it will show you the experience because I have selected the higher date. Age. And right click and we'll go to this transform and we'll say total years. And we'll double click and rename this title. It is experience. Okay. Round up, round down is your wish, or you can leave it as it is also. Add column kudta create agum. You have to go to transform column. If you click the add column, it will create extra column. You have to transform it. I made it as a fixed decimal. I made it as a fixed decimal so that 7.74, 7.45, 7.82, 7.73. Fixed decimal to have only 2 decimal points. Okay. Now I think these are all the things which we have learnt in the basics of Power BI itself. But can you tell me? I have employee name. I have title of courtesy. So can you tell me how can I combine this employee name and title? For example, I want Mr. Chandran, CK, Mr. Sridharan, AR, Mrs. Mitra, KS. I want to combine both into one cell. Select the title of courtesy first, then select the employee name next. Can I go to add column or can I go to transform column? I don't want an extra column. I want to combine both and I want to bring it as one column. So don't go to add column. These are all the things we have learned in basics of Power BI also, but still a small refresh. Select the title, select the employee name, transform. Don't go to add, transform, merge columns. Very good. Merge columns. And what is the separator between these two columns? Your wish. Let me give a space and give a name. Employee name, don't do it because already there is a column name called as employee name. So let us say EMP name, EMP name. And the separator is space. So Mr. space name, Mrs. space name. I want it like this. Try to reduce your data model or you can write all the formulas like this. ஏற்கனவே எம்ப்ளாயி நேம்னு ஒரு காலம் இருக்கு. எரர் வரும் because it will say there is already a column. அந்த காலத்தை வச்சு தான் ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபார்ம் பண்றீங்க. So it will not, you cannot give the same name. பட் அப்புறம் கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆயிடும். அதனால பெட்டர் கிவ் a different name. பண்ணீங்க பட் யூ ஷுட் நாட் கெட் கன்ஃபியூஸ்ட். டேட்டா ஷுட் நாட் கெட் கன்ஃபியூஸ்ட். சோர்ஸ்ல எம்ப்ளாயி நேம்னு இருக்கு, அப்புறம் இங்கேயும் எம்ப்ளாயி நேம் தான் எதை லிங்க் ஆகுன்றது கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆகிடும். பெட்டர் நாட் டு கிவ் த சேம் நேம். Super. Let us see about bookmark and selection pane. Then we have to see some new visuals. Before today afternoon, we have to complete all the new visuals. The afternoon, we have to jump to measures and DAX. So let us close and apply here. I'm closing and applying, coming back to power. Why I created the ages? Based on the aging. Age, you can create a aging analysis. Between 5 years to 10 years of experience, how many employees are which will be useful for HR or someone else. So if you want to create a aging analysis, you can do that. So subtracted 2 dates and subtracted the date with the current date also. Yes. Now, let us add a new page. We are going to see about a little bit complex, but if you understand it will be easier. If you know this, everything you can bring it in one page. Everything we can bring it in one page. So you can have multiple visuals in one page. Just by click of a button, you can change it. Now we are going to see about selection pane and bookmark. Selection pane and bookmark. So first let me insert some visual. We will insert some visual. Let us take a new visual. Parallelly, we will learn how to create a new visual also. I want to create a visual. For example, let us create a waterfall. So I want to create a waterfall chart now. So place the cursor on the empty area. Let us go for, there are 2 types of waterfalls available. We'll see both the one. So let me click on the waterfall. In my system, row number 1, 2, 3, second one. Third row, second one, waterfall. So I click on the waterfall. I selected the waterfall. Now, waterfall, or we call it as a bridge diagram. Either you can call it as a waterfall or you can call it as a bridge diagram. Now let us take something like year, invoice date year. Let us go to the invoice table. Under invoice table, let us expand the invoice date and expand the date hierarchy and select the, or you can go to the search box and type year and you can find the invoice date here also. So let us drag the year. So year into the category area. I'm dragging the year into the category area. Breakdown, we'll see it in another few minutes. Don't do anything in the breakdown now. Breakdown as it is, have it. Now total revenue or profit margin. Let us say the profit margin. I will say profit margin. So let us bring the profit margin into y-axis. So I'm saying profit margin into y-axis. So it has created a waterfall. Now in 23 we have this much of profit. 2023 is 92 lakh 92,428 is the profit for 2023, and 1 crore is the profit for 2024, and 80 lakhs is the profit for 2025. And at last, this is my closing balance. Overall profit is this. Always it's going up, no loss here. Never we didn't find any loss in this. If you got a loss, there will be decrease red. There will be a red with a decrease downwards, but there is no loss, so it's giving like this. This is one waterfall. This is one waterfall. Another one we'll see. Another one we'll see. Now this waterfall diagram, I want to get a split of this. For example, I want to compare. I have only 3 years data. I want to compare. Let us take year 2024. Compared to year 2024 quarter 1, how was my 2023 quarter 1? Compared to 2021 quarter 1, 24 quarter 1, whether we have increased our profit or we have gone decreased, we have gone down. So I want to check that. So let us go to the same invoice date. I'll go to the same invoice date and let us take the quarter, because month means it will take 36 months. It will take your chart will be bigger. That's why I'm taking quarter. Or you can take a region, or you can take the category, product name, anything. Compared to 23 hours, my south region, whether it is increased or decreased, that also you can do it. Now let us start with quarter, then we'll see the region and other part later. I'll bring the quarter into the breakdown area. Bring the invoice date quarter into the breakdown area. Now what it has done is, there is no 2023, there is no chart because there is no comparison before 2023. Now it will compare 24 with 23. Now when I place the cursor here, this is quarter 2 for 2024. When I place the cursor, now it says quarter 2 2023 is 21 lakhs 52,000, whereas in 24 it is 25 lakhs 22,000. So compared to 23, 24, the profit margin was more, 17% it was higher. So around 3 lakh 69,000 we got a better than the last year's quarter, better than the last year's quarter 2. Similarly here, this is for quarter 4. It will not be in order. It will be as per ascending, descending. You cannot sort this. You cannot sort this because waterfall always it looks like a waterfall, bridge or waterfall. You cannot bring the quarter 1, quarter 2 on the first, second, third. That's not possible. It will be sorted as per the descending. It should name itself says waterfall. Waterfall will be like this only. You cannot sort it. So this one is for quarter 4. Compared to 23, the quarter 4 of 24 is this, and we have 11% of increase. If you have a red, that means that's a loss. Compared to 2023 quarter 1, 2024 quarter 1, that is 22 lakhs. Here we have 20 lakhs. So 1 lakh has gone down. So 6% is our loss compared to last quarter. So if you find a red, that means compared to the last quarter, last year, it has gone down compared to this year. Green means it's upwards, red is down. These are all the things manually I can say it's very, very, very tough or it's impossible also. Okay. Right. As I told, this is not required. You have to compare only with the quarter wise. You can compare it to anything also. For example, product wise I want to compare, employee wise I want to compare, or I want to compare the category wise I want to compare, or let me take the category itself and I'll try. Let me remove this quarter from the breakdown. I'm removing the quarter from the breakdown. Let us take the product category and I drag the category into the breakdown area. Category into the breakdown area, category wise. So let us take this suspension and body components. Last year, suspension and body components, it's 25 lakhs. This year, 2024 is 29 lakhs. So there are 3 lakh of profit. Yes, it shows like this here. So based on the, if it is red compared to last year, this year is a loss. Compared to last year, here it was an improvement. We have improved, we have gone to the loss. So like this, you can drag and drop anything. It cannot be a year, month. You can drag anything, category, you can drag a product, you can drag an employee, you can drag a region, state, cities, anything. Compared to last year, how was our performance? Okay, a small waterfall. We'll create one more visual, and next we'll see about the selection pane and bookmark. I want to create another visual. Let me, time being, I'm just reducing the size of the visual and I'm placing it somewhere else. And let us insert another visual here. Let me take this tree map. Tree map somewhat looks like a pie chart. Pie chart is circle, tree map is somewhat like a square type. That's all, not a major difference. So let me select the tree map. I selected the tree map. Increase the height and width. Maybe year wise I want to know what is my profit margin year wise, or you can take anything your wish, as per your wish. For example, here also I used the year and product category. That's why I'm using the same thing here. Or you can use different one also, your wish. So let me drag the year into the category area, year, and profit margin into the value area again. Profit margin I'm putting into the value area. So year wise, this is your profit, 2024, 2023, 2024, 2025. And once again, I want a split for this. In 2024, how was my braking system? How was my engineering and other things? I want a split here. Here I want to know the split. So let us drag the product category. Go to the table called as product category. Under product category, let us drag the category into the details area. So I'm dragging the category into the details area. So it shows a small split here. 2024, this is for electrical and electronics. 2024, this is for suspension. This is for transmission, and this is for engine and fuel. Okay, so we have created one more visual. Two visuals. But the two visuals, I want to see it in one area. We'll see other visuals also later. Okay. Selection pane and bookmark. That's the next chapter. Now, if you know this selection pane and bookmark very well, you can bring everything, most of the chart, you can make it in one page itself. For example, I don't want to show both the chart. My user can select based on their wish. 2, 3, 4, that's your wish. Suppose I am going to create a button here, small button. If I click on page wise, that's okay. But when I click on a button, suppose I am going to create a button. If they click on this button, they can see the waterfall chart. And we are going to create another button. They can create this chart. They can see this chart, tree map. This one button, they can see the waterfall. If I click this, the waterfall will not be visible. Tree map will be visible. In one area, I want to show multiple visuals. One area, I want to show multiple visuals. So based on my button selection, they can see whatever the chart they want. Bookmark with selection pane. We are going to see both. Okay. So one area I want to represent two chart, 3 chart, 4 chart. If I click one button, I should see a chart. If I click on another button, I should see a table. If I click on another button, I can see another chart. In one area, I can see multiple chart based on the selection. So I have created 2 chart. As of now, let it be in a different area. Later, we'll place it in same area. So we have something called as selection pane and bookmark. So go to the view tab. Before that, due to a space constraint, I'm just collapsing the visualization and data so that we are going to use it in a later part. Now I'm just collapsing because I need some space on the right hand side. That's the reason I'm collapsing it. Collapse the visualization, collapse the data. Now go to the tab called as view. Just go to the tab of view. Under the tab of view, there is 2 options available here, bookmark and selection. Bookmark and selection pane. Bookmark and selection pane. Both we will explore. First, let us click on the selection pane. What is the purpose of this selection pane is? In a page, you have multiple visuals. All the visual name will be available here. I can see there are 2 visuals available. If you want to select the visual, you can use this. Even you can give a name for it. For our understanding, we can give some meaningful name also. I click here. This visual is selected. I click this visual is selected. Sometimes I want to hide a visual. I don't want to show the visual here. There is a eye open symbol, eye close symbol available. Suppose this visual I want to hide it temporarily because I want to do some activity here. And this screen is disturbing me. I want to hide it temporarily. You can see there is eye symbol. Just click on the eye symbol. That visual will get hidden. Same eye symbol to get back that visual. So you can hide or unhide a visual. You can hide or unhide a visual. If you don't want, you can hide it, you can unhide it. Same like here. This visual I can hide and unhide it also. Okay. This is the usage of the selection pane. This is the usage of the selection pane. Now, what are we going to do is there is something called as bookmark. Let us select the bookmark also. I am selecting the bookmark. Okay. Now first I want to create a bookmark. Like how you are marking a particular page in a book. Like this, you can do something and you can mark it so that anytime you can come back to that bookmark. Anytime you can come back to that bookmark. Now for example, I want to hide this tree map and I want to see only the waterfall. So both I am going to place in the same area. Now I am placing this in the same area. Let us increase the height and width and I put this both in the same area now. I am placing this in the same area. Okay. Now, first I want to make the waterfall visible and this should be hidden. So what I will do is go to, if you are not able to understand this, double click and give a name for it also. I don't know what is this profit margin for a year. This is also profit margin for a year. I don't know what is this chart and what is this chart. If you are not able to understand, no problem. Just go here, double click it and you can give a name for it. This is tree map. This is for hiding and unhiding the tree map. And double click here. This is for waterfall. So I am giving some name for this. We are giving some name. Tree map I have given some name. Waterfall I have given some name. Same name. Actually I am intending the same name. Now what we will do is hide this visual. Tree map I am going to hide it. Waterfall is visible. Okay. Tree map I have hidden this. Now waterfall is visible. This part I want to save. This part I want to mark it. This part. We have hidden the tree map. We have made the waterfall visible. This part I want to mark it. I want to save it. Maybe I am taking a screenshot of it. I am saving this. Add bookmark. Go to add bookmark. So I click on add bookmark now. Add bookmark. So click on that add bookmark. Click on add bookmark. Give a name for the bookmark. So this name is show waterfall. I'm giving some name for it. Show waterfall. This bookmark is for showing only the waterfall. Okay. So we have given a name for it. So we have hidden the tree map and we made the waterfall visible and we marked it. We saved it in a separate one. Next. Another one. Now I will hide this waterfall. Make this tree map visible. Hide the waterfall. This will be not only useful here. This will be useful when you are using a slicer, when you are using some filtering, when you are using some other also. This will be very useful. Now I have hidden the waterfall and I have activated the tree map. Hidden the waterfall, unhide the tree map. Now what we are going to do? Add a bookmark. This mark I want to save it. This area I want to save it. Add bookmark. Give a name for it. This is for showing tree map. Sorry. Correct. Show tree map. Correct. Show tree map. Done. Until this, next one is the last is the final step. If you understand this, as I told, one screen you can show so many charts and so many visuals. Click on one thing, you can show another. Click on this, I want to filter something. Unclick on this, I want to remove the filter. Click on this, I want to see only the particular data. Unclick, I want to see another data. We'll see this. For example, when I go to this top 10, I can put a button here. If I click on the button, I can see the top 10. If I click on the button, I can see the entire customer also. Suppose someone wants to see the entire customer list. How can you see this here? They cannot see it. Even you can try that. After finishing this, you can try that. Okay. Right. We have returned back to the page. Now, the final step is, that's all about selection pane and bookmark. Now, let me go to insert. Button. Insert button. You can insert any button. Let us insert. There is a button available straight away called as bookmark. There is a button called as bookmark. Just go to the insert. Under insert tab, you can see there is a button called as bookmark. Click on that bookmark. You can see there is a button there is a button inserted in the name of bookmark here. There is a button available here. I'll move this button and I place it wherever you want. Maybe I'll place it right hand side somewhere else here. I inserted a button and I inserted the button in some location. Now I think the selection pane and bookmark is not required. You can hide it also because I need some space on the right hand side. Go to view tab, remove the selection pane and remove the bookmark. Select this bookmark icon. Right hand side you can see there is an option called as format button. So we have gone to insert. Under insert button, bookmark, we have inserted a bookmark button. Right hand side there is something called as format button. Go to format button. Style, format button, style. And I want to display something inside it. My audience will not know what is the usage of this button. So switch on that text and type your text here. Switch on the text. Switch on the text and type the text here. This is for showing, maybe showing tree map. This button, if I click on this button, it should show the tree. So I have given some name for it. If I click on this button, it should show the tree map. Show tree map. Showing, not showing. Show tree map. So selected the button, format button, text, switched on the text and I given some text, meaningful text. So that my user will understand. If I click this, it should show the tree map. Styles, we did this. That's all on the styles. Other things, formatting, font size, bold, that are all you can do it. Go to the action. Second is go to the action. Action. After this, I think you can tell me the simple straightforward. Action. Bookmark. Which bookmark? When I click this, which bookmark should be shown? Show tree map. That's all. Show tree map. When I click this, the show tree map should be shown. That is, tree map chart should be shown here when I click this button. We'll add one more button next. You can copy and paste it also, but let us add it so that we'll understand the steps again. I will add it one more button here. Insert, button, bookmark, and I'll move this bookmark somewhere else here on the right hand side. Again, increase the height and width. Format button, styles, switch on the text, and this is for showing, show waterfall. And then action. Go to action, bookmark, show waterfall. That's all. Let us see what's happening now. You can put a button to hide everything also. That's your wish. Now, before publishing, after publishing, you can straight away make a click. Since we have not published it, what we have to do? You cannot straight away make a click. Yesterday also that back button we did it. Control. Hold the control key and click on show waterfall. It will show you the waterfall. Hold the control key, click on show tree map. It will show you the tree map. So based on your click control and click, it will show you the chart accordingly. So whatever the things you select, it shows here. After publishing, you can just make a click. No need for holding the control key also. So based on your selection, your maps are changing, charts are changing automatically. No programming, no coding, nothing. We did it just by steps, some steps. Everything is here, understandable here. After the training is a challenge. The truth this is happening on Thursday and Friday. 3 days holidays. I don't know when you will open your laptops. Only on Tuesday, right? As I told, this part. Clear, everyone? Any challenges?
If we select, maybe we select three map.
Huh. But if you want to use both, you cannot place it in the same thing. You place it in that will you mark it. That make it as a bookmark.
So
Place both in a different area.
okay, I can disable it. In the sense, if I click again, it won't both won't show.
You have to create a bookmark for it. Hide both and mark it. Other bookmark. Or disable both, mark it. Now, as I indicated it, I want you to try this. Go to the top 10 page. Go to the top 10 page. I want you to insert a bookmark here. 2 bookmarks. One bookmark, if I click, it should show all the customer names. Another bookmark here, if I click, it will show only top 10 customers. So if I click one bookmark, it will show you all the customer names. If I click on another bookmark, it will show you only the top 10 customer names. I want you to try this. If you are not able to get it, I will help you. So you know how to get the top 10. Yesterday only we have got the top 10. Very simple. Already top 10 is available. Bookmark it and remove the filter and bookmark it and later assign it. That's all. I want you to try. Just to try it. 3 or 4 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, I think you can try. I repeat it. If I click on a button, if I click on the button, it should show all the customer name. If I click on another button, it should show only the top 10 customer names. Only the top 10 customer names. Next to your creativity, you can put button customers. Like this, you can add multiples, but as of now, I want you to do only 2 things. 2 buttons. One is for top 10, one is for all customers. Just to try. If you are not able to get it, I will help you. Try. Two buttons. One button for top 10, another button for all the customers. You have to hold the control key and click it since it's not published. After publishing, you can straight away make a click. Just to try. Try and fail rather than failing to try. Done. Okay, done.
Yes, sir, done, sir.
Next one. All customer.
Please call customer.
Or
Same page. I made that also.
உங்களுக்கு book பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Over. One minute, otherwise I'll try. It's not required you have to use that bookmark button. You can use any button also. There are some other rectangle, triangle, you can use some other button also. Then I'll try that. First, already top 10 is visible now. Already we have a top 10. Let us bookmark this first. Time being, I'm collapsing the visualization. Time being, I'm collapsing the filter also. Go to the view tab. Select the bookmark and selection pane. So, here already the top 10 is already visible. It's already visible here. So, this area I want to bookmark it. Bookmark this area. I want to bookmark. I don't know which is my chart. First one. So this is my top 10 charts. I'm giving some name, or you can have the same name also. So first, this area already top 10 is visible. This area I want to bookmark it. Add a bookmark. Double click and I'll give a name. This is for top 10. So we have created already the default one which is available now. I bookmarked it as top 10. Then go to the filter. We have given the top 10. We can bring back, can remove the top 10 by just by clicking on this clear filter. So clear filter will bring back the entire value again. So I cleared the filter. So all the data are displayed here. All the data are displayed. Now I collapse the filter again. So I collapse the filter. This area I will bookmark it. So first top 10 we already had it, that I have bookmarked already. Now I removed the filter of top 10. Now bookmark, add bookmark and double click. This is for all customers, not for top 10. This is for all customers. This part I have bookmarked it. That's all. I have created two bookmark. With the top 10 we have created a bookmark. With all customer we have created a bookmark. Yes, finally. Now I think bookmark and the selection pane is not required. I'll close the selection pane. I'll close the bookmark. Let us insert button. You can insert any button also. It's not required. You have to insert a bookmark. You have to insert this blank. You can insert a blank. Even you can insert a shape also. Shape also you can insert it. Anything you can insert. It's not required. You have to go with the bookmark also. Even you can put a shape also like this. You can put a shape like this also. It can be rectangle, triangle shape also you can insert. I'm putting a rectangle shape here to have a better view. I've gone to the shape and I inserted a rectangle or any shape, oval shape, any shape. Insert a shape and go to the styles again and go to the text again because I want to put a text inside it. The background color, other things you do it, and I'll go to the text, expand the text and I click here. Top 10 customers. I'm typing something like top 10 customers. So if I click this button, it should show me the top 10 customers. So I have inserted a shape. It's not a button. I didn't go on for a bookmark button. I just inserted a shape.
Yeah, sir. Bookmarkல வந்துட்டு நம்ம work area மட்டும் வருமா இல்ல நம்ம இந்த viewலலாம் சைடுல பேனல்லாம் ஓபன் க்ளோஸ்
அந்த ஃபில்டர்லாம் ஓபன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஃபில்டர் வரும், மற்றதெல்லாம் வராது. Only that filter. Filter is part of your area also. Filter மட்டும் வரும், மற்றது வராது. That's why I hidden the filters. அது பண்ணிட்டு ஹைட் பண்ணி தான் புக்மார்க் பண்ணேன். Other things will not appear. So filter is நீங்க பப்ளிஷ் பண்ண விட after publishing also the filter pane will be visible. வேணா ஹைட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். We'll do that. நான் எப்படின்னு சொல்றேன் ஹைட் பண்ண. Okay, I have given top 10 here on the styles. Then scroll down. Action. Go to the action. Switch on the action. After switching on the action, here it says back or something. Here what we have to do? Bookmark. On the bookmark button, when you insert a bookmark button, it automatically shows me the bookmark. But here we have to select manually as a bookmark because it's not a bookmark button. This is a normal shape. This is a normal shape. That's why I'm selecting bookmark. Which bookmark? Top 10. So if I click this, it should show the top 10 customers. Let me add one more shape. Insert, shape, and I'll go to some shape here, or you can copy and paste it also. I'm inserting another shape. This is for all customers. Style, and go to the text. I'll go to the name and I am going to give a name for this. This is all customer. Scroll down. Action. Switch on the action. Instead of back, let us make it as bookmark and make it as all customers. That's all. Now let us see what's happening When I hold the control key and click on top 10, it shows the top 10. When I click on all customer, it shows all customers. So based on your selection, it's changing here. After this, as I told, these are all next to this, these are all your creativity. After this. Okay. You can insert a bookmark or you can insert any button here or you can insert a shape also. Some advantages are available when you go for a button. Suppose I go for a blank button. When I insert a blank button. When you go to the styles, you have some options inside this. What is the option is, for example, if this button is clicked, I can give a different color. If a cursor is placed here, I can give a different color. If before clicking on the button, I can give some other text. After clicking on a button, you can give some other text. You can see there is an option available. When I go to the button and I go to the styles, there is something called as default, hover, press. When you place the cursor over, what do you want to do? When you click the button, what do you want to do? When the button is disabled, what do you want to do? These are all the things which we can do it, but you cannot do it inside the shape. For example, when I place the cursor on this button, for example, I click here. When I place the cursor over, what I want is, I want to fill a color for this, just for example. So I want to fill a color. Maybe I want to fill a background color. So nothing will be there. When you place the cursor over, you will get a color. So when you place the cursor over, I can give a text. When I come out, I can give another text. When you place the cursor, you can give a text. So hover. When you place the cursor over, or when you press it, to know whether this button is selected or not, I can give a different color. If the button is not selected, I can give a different color. Color, text. Even you can put a different text. When you place it, it will give a text. When you not place it, you cannot give a text. For example, I place over, I can type a text. I'm just giving a text called as hover. Now nothing is happening. When I see somewhere else, nothing is happening. When I place the cursor, you can see the text is appearing. Hover and the color is also appearing there. So this is the advantage of using the button other than the shape. If you use just a shape, it looks good, but this part of customizing, formatting, that is not available when you use this button. Whereas this is available in this buttons. Back button, left arrow, reset, help. So whichever you want, you can use it. As I told, these are all your own creativities. Okay. Let us see a few more other visuals. So in this page, last page, what we have discussed is about we have seen some new visuals also. We have seen some new visuals and we have seen about bookmark. No, this is a default size. You can change it. Click here outside and go to the format, your report page. You can see there is canvas settings where you can arrange your page. By default, it is 16:9. I think worldwide it was standardized as 16:9. You can click and you can modify it.
Generally, the websites are continuous.
Page wise. You cannot scroll.
Website we scroll it and we can see.
But it will be page wise. Website பார்க்கலாம், but alignment will be a problem then. Search பண்ணலாம், but where you place that report about, as you told, scrolling and other things will be a problem. You can have the custom and you can extend it as much as possible. But aligning will be a problem. Other things will be My recommendation is go with standard 16/9. You open it in any screen, it will open. Which one? Action. For total customers. Yeah. Basic filter. Install basic filter. Based on what you know. Update. After me. Data. What is customer is filter. Add. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು Okay. Yes. So we have created a bookmarks and we have assigned that selection pane and bookmark. Same view tab, we have one more option, that is synchronizing the slicers that we will explore later. But before that, we have to complete many pages. After completing many pages, we'll see how to synchronize with your slicers. We'll see some of the visuals. So let us insert a page. Another most frequently used visuals in the industries today, most frequent, even I can see in your companies also more people are started using these visuals. So place the cursor on some empty area. As usual, place the cursor on some empty area. Another most frequently used visual is the decomposition tree. Decomposition tree. So let us go for the build visual. Under build visual, row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth row. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Sixth row, fourth one. Decomposition. So let me click on the decomposition tree. I click on this decomposition tree and increase the height and width of this. You can put it in one small one, but to have a better view, I'm putting it in a separate page. Decomposition tree. Normally, any visual, what we do is, which wise that should be first. Whichever you want to summarize it, whichever you want to total it, that will be in the second. But here in the reverse. So, which the summarizing should be come at the first part. Select this decomposition tree. I expand the data also. Already I collapsed it. Now I expand it. Now, first the summarization, total revenue or profit margin or target revenue, anything as per your wish. So let us say the total revenue. So I will bring the total revenue into the analyze area. Bring the total revenue into the analyze area. When I got the total revenue into the analyze area, it shows something 47 crores, 94 lakhs, 51,090. So I want to know that as the name itself says, decomposition tree. It's a tree, branch. It will expand your branch. For example, this decomposition tree, I want to know region wise what is the split for this 47 lakhs. I want to know the region wise what is the split. So first let us take the region name. Let us drag the region name and drop it to explain by. Please wait. First we will drag and finish it off. Later you can try. So I will put this region name into the explain by. You can see a small plus symbol will appear next to the total revenue. There is a small plus symbol will appear. Wait, we will explore that plus symbol in another few minutes. So drag that region name into the explain by. Then next what we will do is, let us take next after the region is state. So let us bring the state name. I will bring the state name below the explain by, below the region name. Below the region name, we are bringing the state names. First region name, then the state name, then whatever you want. Then I want to bring the city names. Region, state. Let us bring the city. And then I want the product name, then I want the customer name, then I want the employee, whatever your wish, payment method, your wish, you can explore it. Now, then let me take the customer. Just for example, I'm taking the customer names. So, as of now, I used 4 levels. Region, state, city, and customer. Or you can add under the customer, what is the payment type wise, or under the customer, what are all the product bought by this customer. I want that details. So you can do one by one. Now let us go to the total revenue. I dragged only 4 now, as of now. Let us click on the plus symbol. I click on the plus symbol. It will show you how you want to split in ascending or in a descending. High value, ascending to descending. Lowest value, descending to, ascending to descending. Highest to lowest or lowest to highest, which you want. So let us go for high to low now. Click and wait for a few seconds. Don't very fastly do some other activity. Sometimes it may take some time. So I click on high value. So please wait. After clicking on high value, it will show you the region wise split. Yes. North region, south region, which is highest out of this. I think north region is having more revenues. Then south, then northeast, then west, then east, then central. Now under the south, I want to know state wise. Click on the plus symbol again. Once again, how you want to expand it? High. I click on high level. Yes. Under that region, state wise. Let me expand the state also. I click on the plus symbol again. Once again, I click on high value. It is showing city wise. You can ask me, do you want to expand every time? Not required. If you expanded one time, that's fair enough. Now I want to check for south region. No need to expand the south region again and again. Just go here and make a click on the south region. So when I just click on the south region, I think this tooltip is disturbing me. I will switch off the tooltip because region wise yesterday we created the tooltip. Once again it's disturbing us. So go to format, general. I switch off the tooltip. I don't want the tooltip for. I switch off that. Yes. Now I click on the south region. So it will show you the expansion of your south region. Click on northwest. Yes, the northwest city state. I'll read. You have to expand it. If it's not coming, that means you didn't expand it. So like this, you can add your trees and you can add your branches as per your wish. So one visual, you can represent everything. Okay, let us give some name for this page. Again, this is decomposition tree. Decomp tree. We'll see some other visuals. We'll see synchronization of slicers. We have to publish. Based on the published, we have to create a dashboard. We have to create an app. Okay. Now, let me add another page. If you have a space, you can do it in the same page. Let me add another page. Let's expose some other visuals. What are all the other visuals available here? For example, I want to create, let us take the, I think we didn't create one, maybe based on employee, we didn't create any report. Let us create some report. Employee name is a salesperson. I want to know which salesperson has given more profit for us. So I want to give, compared to that highest salesperson, what is the next salesperson, what is the percentage of difference? So for this, I think we can go for a funnel chart. Place the cursor on some empty area and go for this funnel. Row number 1, 2, 3, 3. Row number third one. Row number 3, the third one, funnel. So I click on that funnel chart. I selected the funnel chart. After selecting the funnel chart, let us select, for example, employee name. Let us bring the employee name into the category area. And profit margin or total revenue. Let us bring the profit margin into the value area. Profit margin I am bringing into the value area. Yes. So who is my top salesperson? Mr. Sridharan is my top salesperson. He has made 3.29 millions. When I place the cursor, it shows he made 2.34 millions. So 32 lakhs, 88,332.00. When I come to the next person, Kalpana is the next one. Now compared to the first, the top person, what is the percentage of difference? Compared to the first person, 98% is the second person has performed. When I come to the third person, it will compare with the first, it will also. Compared to the first topper, what is the percentage of this? Compared to the second one, what is the percentage of this? So 97% compared to the previous, compared to the first, 95%. So when I place the cursor, it shows the percentages here. Format, display units. I'll change the display units as none again. So to display the exact value. Yes. Okay. Conversion rate for the sales conversions also you can, salespeople, they can use it for the conversion rate. So initially how many customers are there, after the second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, my conversion rate. For conversion rate also you can use this. What is my conversion rate? Coming to the first to the last. Okay. Right now, let us create another visual. I want a combo chart, mixture of two charts, multiple chart with a two axis. Normally any chart, whatever the chart you create, you can see there is only one axis available here. This is only one axis, primary axis. Sometimes in one chart, I may display two things, multiple two axes. One axis may have a higher value, maybe in lakhs. Another axis may be in thousands. Or one axis may be in numbers. Another axis may be in percentage. So two different levels of axis. So in that case, let us insert a new visual. Place the cursor on some empty area. I placed the cursor on some empty area. And in row number 1, 2, second row, the last two, you can go for line and stacked and line and cluster. Stacked is one above another, cluster is one next to another. Both are similar. You can use any one. So let us select the last one. I'm selecting the last one. Line with clustered chart. Line with the clustered chart. Line with clustered. I click on this line with the clustered and I place the cursor somewhere else here. Let me take the product category wise. Category wise, let us take the product category. I'll put the category into x-axis. And maybe let us take the total revenue. Let us bring the total revenue into column y-axis. So each category wise, what is my revenue? Each category wise, what is my revenue? This is in billions. You can see this revenue is in billions. It's having very big values. It's in billions. But I want to know the invoice number also. For each category wise, how many invoices we have made. I want the invoice numbers. But unfortunately, invoice number will have a lesser value. Invoice number may be in thousands or in lakhs. Maximum it will be in thousands. So I want to display it in another axis here. So let us take the invoice number. I'll take the invoice number. Maybe I'll bring the invoice number to line y-axis. There is one more thing called as line y-axis. Line y-axis. The invoice number, I will bring it to the line y-axis. So you can see, I think why this. I have taken the different invoice number. Let us take it from invoice tracks. Invoice. Take the invoice number from the invoice trans. Don't take it from invoice master or invoice trans. Take the invoice number from invoice trans because the product is connected with the invoice trans. That's why I'm taking invoice trans, because don't take the invoice number. Invoice number, we don't have a product table. Product table is connected with invoice trans because one invoice you can have multiple product also. So I take the invoice number from invoice trans. So this is a number of invoices made. So we have two axes here. This is for revenue and we have two axes. Format, data label. Display units has none. So combo access, combo chart. One chart you can have two axes. You can see two axes. Left hand side there is an axis which is showing in a bigger value, billions. Right hand side you have another axis which is showing in thousands. Combo. Pareto. Many of you are using Pareto charts here. Pareto chart you have to go for. Specific there is a Pareto chart. We'll see that. Pareto chart में तनिया होने. We'll see how to use Pareto charts. Combo chart. Now, for example, I want to know customer wise whether we are going in each customer, all the customer put together, whether we are going in a profit or whether going in loss. Product wise, whether we are going in a loss or a profit. I want to bring a KPI for it. Place the cursor on some empty area once again. Let us go for this. I think in row number 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth row, third one, fifth row, third one, KPI, fifth row, third one. As per the target, whether we achieved the target or not by customer wise or by product wise or by whatever, by employee wise, anything. So let us click on KPI. I click on this KPI. Value, trend axis and target axis. Name itself says value, trend axis. Value, in value let us bring the total revenue. Total revenue I am bringing into the value area. Total revenue I am bringing into the value area. And the target revenue, we have a target revenue. You know where the target revenue has to be dragged. Target revenue to be in the target area. So let us bring it to the target area. But nothing is happening here. So total revenue into the total area, target revenue into the target area. So now I want to know by customer wise what is my KPI, whether we have achieved it or not. As per the customer wise, whether as per the target we have gone above the target or below the target. So let us take the customer name. So I'll bring the customer name into trend axis. Yes. As per it will take the recent data, not the whole data. It will take the recent, which is the recent value. It will consider the recent value, and based on the recent value, whether we have achieved the goal or not. As per the recent value, we should have achieved 2.37 million. I think the goal is 26011, but we have achieved 2.37. So we are more than our goal. 5% more than our goal. So this chart doesn't indicate anything. If it is a positive, it will give you green. If it is a negative, it will show you red. That's all. This doesn't. Maybe this is based on the trend year wise. That's all. Doesn't mean a very big one. So this is for customer wise. Suppose I want to show it same for the product wise also. Let me copy and paste. That's easier. Control C, Control V. I copy and paste this. Instead of the customer, I want to see it for the product also, product wise. So let us put the product name into the trend axis. Yes. So by product wise, we should have achieved a 7.5 and we have achieved more than 8 millions. Actually, we should have achieved 7 millions, we achieved 8 millions. So it's around 8% more. Based on the last one, not based on the entire table, based on the recent value. Add as per your wish, any number. For the city. Not per city means you have to filter, slicer and filter it and find it. This is for overall. Next, we'll see about synchronization of your slicers. If time permits, we'll see how to make an index also before the break. Let us give some meaningful name. Here we have explored about the new visuals, some of the new visuals. Almost all the important visuals we have explored. If you are not satisfied with any one of these visuals, most of the visuals we have explored it here. I think this visual we would have seen it in basics of Power BI also. I am explaining it again. This visual, insert it in any one of the page. This visual, please insert it in any one of the page. A small AI tool. A small AI tool. I know how to create a report. If you don't know how to create a report, or instantly if you want to create a report, someone is asking for a report instantly after publishing. After publishing also someone wants to report. We have made so many reports, hundreds of reports, but instantly someone wants to create a report now. But unfortunately, we didn't create the report. We want to create a report instantly. So any one of the page, please insert this visual. Which is that visual? Go to that build visual. Under the build visual, next to the decomposition tree, there is something called as Q1 day. I hope we would have discussed this in the basics of Power BI itself. But once again, I am recapping it. Place the cursor on some empty area and click on this decomposition tree. Let us click on the decomposition tree Q&A next to decomposition tree. Q&A. To use this AI, you need three things. One is your Wi-Fi, your internet should be on. Second one, you should be aware of what are all the columns available on your table. You should be aware what are all the columns available on the table. Third thing is normal, simple, plain English language. You should be aware of a normal, simple English language. Yes, all the three are now okay. Now what we do is place the cursor here. Suppose I want to create a report. Maybe let us take the product name wise. As of now, I think we didn't create a report based on product name wise. I want to create a report based on the product name wise. Sum of total revenue as a line chart, as a bar chart, as a column chart, as whatever you want. So if I think we have a table called as product. In this I have product name. This product name wise sum of total revenue as a bar chart, as a line chart, as a column chart. Whatever I am saying now, just go to this, ask the question about your data and just literally type it here. Sum of product name, sum of product name by what? Sorry, not sum of product name, sorry. Sum of total revenue. You cannot find the sum of product name. Sum of total revenue by product names. By product name. Sometimes it will help you also as what you want. As a bar chart, as a line chart, as a column chart. For example, I want it as a bar chart. As a bar, as a table, as a matrix. Enter. That's all. It will create a chart for us. Okay. Just literally type what you want.
Can we able to hide? Can we hide the prompt area?
Convert this into a visual. Go here. Turn Q&A as a visual. It will turn into a visual.
But the data label and all not showing here.
That's all you want. Everything it will not do. Data label, other things, so many things. We have transformed the data, we have cleaned up the data. It will not help you. But if you are not comfortable in typing, place the cursor here and use the shortcut key Windows H. Hearing Windows H. Let us press Windows H. After pressing Windows H, Sum of total revenue by product name as a column chart. That's all. You can dictate and you can create a report also. If you are not comfortable with typing, just place the cursor on that Q&A area, Windows H. Just press Windows H and just dictate it. No need for typing it also. Okay. Any one of the page, please insert this visual. Any one of the page at least. So instantly you can create a report. Immediately, instantly you can create some reports. If someone is asking for a report, then switch on this, press Windows H and turn the laptop. That's all. Ask them to dictate. Okay. If you are not satisfied with any one of the visual available here, there are so many other visuals. I think most of the visual, almost all the important visual we have covered. Other visuals you can explore it. That's all very, very simple, straightforward. And we can have something like coding. You can have R Python coding. We can bring the Power Automate and Power App here. There is something that will be covered in Power Automate and Power App session. So other visuals you please explore. That's all the visuals are simple. Some of the other new slicer, button slicer, text slicer, you can search a slicer, list slicer. It's all very simple. But if you are not satisfied with any one of the visual, I want some other new visual. For a project management, I want to create a Gantt chart. As he has told, I want to create I want to create a Pareto chart. So like this, I want to create some other visuals. So go to the 3 dot areas. Just go to the 3 dot. Under the 3 dot, there is an option called as import visual or get more visuals. Go to 3 dot and click on get more visuals. Click on get more visuals. It will go to online Microsoft Store, online Microsoft Stores. I think it's loading. Wi-Fi, yeah. Based on this, there are so many other visuals available. And please verify whether your visual is certified by Power BI. It should be certified. How I don't know it's certified is when you place the cursor, you can see it shows a tick mark with certification. Power BI is certified. You can go for it. For example, this Icon Pro, Power BI is not certifying. Try to avoid it. Try to whichever the visual is certified, then go for it. Avoid the uncertified, non-certified visuals. So you can select some visuals. There are so many other visuals. Even I don't know. People are contributing day by day. More people are contributing on this. There are so many visuals available. You explore the visuals. If you are not satisfied, if you don't know how to use the visual, you can import it and you can check it also. Or you can check the sample also. For example, let me take this sunburst. Sunburst. I click on sunburst visual. I clicked on that visual. It will show you how the visual will look like. Even you can download this and check. If you are okay, we can add that visual. Otherwise, it's not required. You can see my sunburst visual looks like this. So multiple visuals, one below another. Not a normal pie chart. Pie chart inside a pie chart. That's a sunburst. I think it's Power BI certified. Rating is also good. And check the costing also. No costing. It's free only. So I think you can use it.
Go and check in the plan and price.
Plan, there is a pricing. First I will check whether it's working or not. Where is the plan? Plan and pricing. First month is free. After that you have to pay for it. Okay, but still trial I will download it and check how this is working. So first we will download the sample. Click on the download sample. It has downloaded the sample and I open it and see the sample example how it's working. If you are okay, you can download it. If it is free, you can use it. If it is pricing, you have to pay for it. So after publishing, other people can see this. After publishing, you can download the sample and you can see how the sample is looking like. Then if you are okay, we can add that visual also. I think Pareto charts are all free. I think you can use Pareto charts. If it's taking some time.
Permanent phase. Once you open new page, new others, all this again.
No, we added it. If you added it, will be there. If you
You open new page, then it will not be there.
1 minute. After checking this, so you can check whether it's okay. I close this 1 minute. It's taking some time. Download. It's taking some time. You have to add the visual. Then it will be there. Check. 1 minute. It's taking some time. That's what I told, recommended not to open multiple Power BI at a time. I opened multiple Power BI at a time. That's the reason it's taking some time to load. Don't open multiple Power BI. It's a little bit slower actually compared to Excel or anything. The Power BI is a bit slower. It's not going upwards. Go to 3 dot. Get more visuals. If you are okay, if you are satisfied with that visual, for example, I'll select some other visual. Gantt chart, another most frequent is for project management. People will use this task and resources, align the resources, MS project. Instead of that, you can see what is all the task to be done, what is the timeline for the task, start date, end of the task. After one task is completed, next task should start. For the new product development, project management, people will use that for scheduling the project. It's from the Microsoft Corporation. I think you can use it 100%. Okay, no cost for this also. If you are okay, you can just add it. You can just click on add and it's Power BI certified also and it will appear here on the bottom. So successfully imported this. So your visual will be available here. You can add and you can start using these visuals. So if you are not satisfied with the visual available here, you can add some new visuals. But before that, check how the visual is working, whether it's a paid or unpaid. Then add it to your visuals. Anyway, don't worry, after this training session is over, I will share you what are all the visuals available, how to use the visuals with the step-by-step instruction with the video also. Some visuals is having the video, how to use a visual. There are some videos and examples. I will share that after the session is over. Okay. I think we cannot cover the synchronization of slicer, indexing, and creating a dashboard, creating an app that cannot be covered now, and creating a tax that will not be covered now. We are going to see it in the second half only. So before going for a break, we have another 2 or 3 minutes at least. Any other questions, queries on the visuals? Almost we have seen all the important visuals. Don't want this visual, you can very easily, we can select and we can remove that visual. 3 dot and remove the visual. Which visual? You can select the visual and you can remove it. If you don't like if you don't want the visual, select it and remove it also. For removing, verify that you didn't create any report based on that visual. Otherwise, your report will get collapsed before removing the visuals. Okay. So, shall we go for a break, lunch break? Yes, please. Save the file. Take a break. Stopping the recording.